Welcome everybody to today's stream. Today is a big one. Today is a big one. We have big balance updates today. So big changes. We will try out a lot of stuff in today's stream. So crazy cooks coming up. Be warned. Welcome. There we go. Let's do some strike missions and show off the new buffed staff on Heal Necromancer. That's what we want to try. How it will look. I mean, I guess I can also just join this group, I guess. So let's see. So let's take a look at the trades. So nothing changed. We played exactly the same build on Heal Scourge. We'll do a build guide about it soon for my YouTube channel if you're wondering. But this trade got completely reworked. Before it was like healing allies and also healing downstate. Now nothing. It's like only working if you're playing Staff. Staff provides now healing to allies. And allies can trigger your Staff marks, which is really cool, really interesting. Something new for sure. And the interesting part here is now the second skill will also, and that's the cool part, apply vigor in addition to the regeneration. And the cool part is this will also apply to your mark of blood, so that you get when you dodge, so the mark of evasion. That's really cool. So you can easily upkeep 100% vigor, get more healing there. It's really nice. Then your 3 skill will grant protection and heal even more. So this heals now 3k plus the outgoing modifiers. So it's really interesting how much it heals on a low cooldown. It's actually quite nice. And then 4 is just a condition cleanse. It already is a condition transfer or cleanse for you. Now it's also a cleanse for your allies. And the 5th skill is applying some heavy stability. 3 stacks on a 18-second cooldown with also, and that's the cool part here, with also quite a long duration. So this is like 4 seconds, something like that, 3 seconds. It's actually interesting. Why is that like here longer than it is here? Very interesting. Okay, but in general, this is like a long duration stability, 3 stacks on a short cooldown, 18 seconds. So it's actually really nice. Welcome, Winslow. Welcome. Please let me know if the sound is good. If you hear some random background noises, then I have to change my setup. But I really think this is a really cool build. And the cool part is actually you can also go for soul marks, which is obviously really good now, because this now grants you life force and they are unblockable. So you actually get a lot of life force from your staff skills. So it's actually, I think, not even necessary that you go for dagger in the main hand anymore. I think it's really hard for me to make the decision if I want to go dagger in the main hand, if I want to go pistol, because dagger is just really, really good. It does a lot of healing, a lot of nice buffs with this as well. You can also go for that one actually. I don't know. I feel like dagger is not as good anymore. Yeah, maybe it's not. Maybe it's not dagger. Maybe it's pistol, or even scepter. No, I think pistol is probably for the CC better, but you have less life force generation. I think this is a really tough choice actually. It's a really tough choice. If you want to play staff, you have to drop one of those really good weapons. Either you go for Warhorn offhand or you go for Torch offhand. And for the main hand, you also have to make the decision. Do you want to go for pistol or dagger? I feel like with the staff life force generation, it might actually be enough to go for pistol, maybe. Welcome, Alison. Welcome. Yeah, we are just trying out the first of my long list of builds that I want to try after the balance patch. So we are trying the Staff Heal Alacrity Necromancer. So yeah, very interesting. So what I think, I think dagger is the safer bet. I also don't have that much might generation apart from my barrier generation. So I think I'm better off with Warhorn, instead of Warhorn going for Torch. But if I need a lot of CC, I think Warhorn is actually the better choice. Interesting. I'm not sure. Thanks, Malison, for the Prime. Really appreciate it. Long-term supporter right now. Thanks a lot. Really appreciate it. Hope you still enjoy the stream. So, yeah, I feel like this is a really cool setup. There's some min-maxing to do. but we will see. Also, I changed to Relic of Febe instead of Relic of Mercy, because Relic of Mercy was obviously really, really good. Beforehand, it gave you a lot of just revive speed, health percentage increase when you revive someone. But now that you don't have the transfusion anymore, it's really just your F pressing and your Well of Bloods, which is good, but it's not as broken as with the transfusion. Now it's a little bit like, it's 3 the relic slot, so I go for Relic of Febe because I don't go Warhorn, so I don't upkeep Swiftness. If I go for Relic of Febe, I upkeep Swiftness easily. Yeah, that's really good. My pleasure, very nice. Welcome, Heavenfire, welcome, welcome. Just enjoying the new balance patch. Really excited to try out the long list of builds. So I have my first one that I just tried out now is like Healing, Staff, Alacrity, Scourge. Then I want to try out especially Healing Mirage because that's a crazy cook. I want to try out Healing Vindicator with Alacrity. I want to play Tempest with the buffs. Tempest will be really cool with Tempest, just Alacrity provider, not only heal but also in general. It's really interesting. So many builds to try out. It's really cool. Yeah, and Scourge is really cool. I think Scourge is like now, I would say a meta support for especially people that don't want to be like crazy in terms of flexibility and always change like to 10 different utilities lists. This is like the build for it. Always play this staff setup and you will be safe. You can actually fill every role. You might not be the absolute best, but you're really clean to fill the healer role. Yeah. What is actually going on? Not gonna lie, more excited about your takes videos on the patch than the patch itself. Yeah, I have to be honest. This is like a patch for me, you know? We got like, when was it, 3 weeks ago? Yeah, I think 3 weeks ago we got the update with the changes in terms of, what can I say, content, the new balance or the new map. And I played it like for 3 days and then I was somewhat done. Now this patch will deliver content to me for the next like, what can I say, next 3 weeks, 4 weeks. So I will do a lot of build guides, a lot of videos about it. And I will also update my tier list because I feel like a lot of the stuff is actually impacting my tier list. So this will be really interesting. And I hope you actually enjoy that content as well, because I actually have a lot to produce there. Yeah, so that's good. So let's check what Poki sent. So exciting. Yes, very exciting. Yeah, Vindicator is really cool. I mean, I will try it later as well. I think Vindicator has still the Revenant problem as a healer, that you are not very flexible in terms of your utilities because you're always locked into the legend. So if you go for Stability Legend, you have Dwarf. But then you have to drop either the Alliance stance, which is really, really good in terms of endurance generation, just utility in there, or you have to drop the really crazy heals of Centaur stance. So it's really like you are locked very hard in which kind of direction you want to go. But for example, on Chronomancer, you can go for stability and a cleanse and reflect. You can do that and mix and match. In a Vindicator, you can't do that. So you're a little bit like locked into the legends, but I still think it's a really, really good build with the dodging, and it's so easy to upkeep. It's just dodging twice and you have like 20 seconds of alacrity or something, a little bit less, so I think 15 or something. It's insane. It's crazy how easy it is to upkeep. It's really, really good. It's just you dodge twice and you are done for the next 15 seconds. It's really like the low intensity alacrity build ever. It's crazy. Yeah. This is like the slowest Iceblood Saga 5 group that I ever joined. It's actually insane. I was waiting here for like 10 minutes to actually fill this. This is actually crazy. How's Warrior now? I think Warrior got like small buffs. I think Warrior did not get like complete reworks. So like Elementalist, Spectre, Scourge, those got really big reworks. Warrior just got some buffs to Berserker and Bladezone, and that's it. They are not bad, don't get me wrong. I like those buffs, but they are not like game changing. I think Warrior is in a better spot right now, especially Berserker is in a really good spot in PvE now. But it is not game changing. It's still the same builds. It's not changing anything other than the power level of those. It's completely fine. It's not broken, I would say. Yeah. Yeah, I'm personally am not the biggest Vindicator healing fan because it's like a very passive healer. It's like someone you do dodge on your allies. You know, that's it. You don't have like crazy incentives to play crazy aggressive healing combos or something. It's just always, oh, I need some dodging, and that heals your allies. That's the play. But in general, I think it's like a good thing. I will try Tempest as well. Tempest will be really fun to play, especially with the changes. We will see it. I hope this group finally gets together so that I can show off more here on stream and not only wait and look at this nice ice formation here. But let's see what we get. Yeah, and also I think like PvP will change actually quite a bit. I think Engineer will be insane in PvP. I think Engineer is like, you can cook like crazy builds. It's absolutely insane what they did to Engineer. And I also think Mirage will be really interesting to play around with in PvP. So I think this will be very interesting to see in the monthly AT, which will be on Saturday this week. So it will be really intense to see what kind of builds they actually cooked up. Welcome, Kidap. Welcome. Greetings back to NA. Hope you have a nice day there. I mean, we have some other NA people here, so that's not uncommon to be from NA in our chat, but thanks for mentioning. I'm always happy to see people that are not always from the same side of the lake, so to say. So, please, we have everyone. We have also stability. We have every single thing what we need on this build now. It's actually really crazy. Welcome, Filthy. Welcome. Did you do some crazy cooks already, Filthy, or are you waiting for me to come up with some crazy builds? Because I feel like this build also could work crazily, really good in a Zerg. I really think so, because you have so much AoE help and apply pressure. Maybe I think this might also be, I'm not joking, maybe this build could be played as some kind of celestial variant for Scourge. Very interesting. I forget to dodge. Always have to dodge on this build to apply some barrier. So, sorry. So, what can I say? I mean, this is interesting. Arc DPS is apparently a little bit broken, so don't look at it too much. It's showcasing the core classes, that's okay. Yes, I'm using Staff right now, which you can see works quite decently well. Let's check the boon uptime. But yeah, Alacrity is there, that's good. And in general, I think Might is there. We don't have Quickness, but that's not my my role, not my designation, so that's okay. Really cool. It's really cool that it now triggers just the staff marks, the dodge and everything just triggers on allies as well. This is really cool. Why is that so cool? Because now I actually have an active heal. Before it was actually quite hard to heal on a heal Scourge. You were just there for mostly, I'm not joking, mostly for barrier, which is good enough, yeah? But in some fights, like you can see here, my allies are just trolling and standing in the hitbox, and it's obviously way better if I can also heal them and not only apply barrier. It's really cool. Sadly, we lose the healing on the F4, so we can just save it now for CC. That's like really the only thing that is like worth it to use it there. And I also have crazy life force generation. It's actually insane. We'll just drop the healing well here and provide some stability after this. Yes. Oh, 95 with 2 healers. It sounds crazy. I don't know. We will see. I actually will try it after this a bit as well. Maybe someone wants to join here from chat. We will see. Now we need stability. Stability. That was... I'm not even sure if I was in time. So this is really nice. It's like quite a good uptime of stability now just by using staff. It's really cool. And I can just dodge on my friends now. That's really cool. It's like I have no life force issues at all. It's really cool. And I have a lot of boons as well in general. I mean, it's not the craziest amount of boons, but yeah, it feels really good. Feels really good. I'm surprised how easy it is to upkeep Alacrity and also heal them so well. You know, it's like just spamming my staff skills and it heals them like crazy. It's really good. Yeah, it's from Blood Trade, yeah. Yeah, exactly. It's exactly the same. It's like you dodge now and it procs the healing. It's like it's actually better because it now also applies vigor and regen. It's like insane. You apply so much stuff in combat. It's really, really good. Yeah, Heal Vindicator commentary will come soon, Sean. Will come very soon. Don't worry. Don't worry. Speak. We are happy to hear here. Welcome, Snowdrop. Welcome, welcome. We can, if you want, we can actually do later this challenge mode if you're up for it. If you not already have done it. But apparently the strategy is 2 healers, so you have to bring your heal scrubber then. Nah, we will see, we will see. Yeah, I really like those setups. It's actually really fun. It's unblockable as well. I'm not sure if that's ever mattering in PvE, but it's actually quite interesting. Thief is actually, I would say Thief got buffs from Daredevil in particular, and Spectre got some crazy buffs to Healing Spectre. So Healing Spectre is even better now in all game modes. So if you're into that, it's really, really good. If you don't really care about healing, then it's not changing too much for Thief. Just a little bit of utility buffs and stuff. So I think Thief is one of the winners, but it's not like insane amount of rework. I mean, Ranger got a little bit of nerfs. You can type !patch and there is a video listed there where I showcase the new changes, and there is actually some changes that are there. So Ranger, especially Condi Solbis, got actually some heavy nerfs in World vs. World and PvP. Yeah. Yeah, don't worry, Snowdrop, don't worry. I would say it feels very similar to normal mode, just very punishing. You get one shot all the time. That's like the difference. I saw it shortly on Teapot's stream. It's like the challenge mode is cool, has, let's say, more punishing mechanics, but if you don't do the mechanics, you have to do it again. It's like Scourge is actually not helping you because it's one-shotting you straight up. And I'm really happy that they nerfed the Condi Soul Beast. I was really like, especially in ranked, it was like so frustrating. It didn't matter which kind of build I played. Every single build was like really bad against it. It was like completely irrelevant which kind of build I tried to get to play against it. It did not matter. It really did not. It was always exactly the same. I was always dead after a while because like the poison application and stuff was insane. That's just okay. When does the thing is actually not? I can't showcase my stability here if this guy is not attacking. Oh my god! Please do something. No. Yeah, I think it's an actual CM. Yeah. Some stability, some healing, and let's see, some more stability. Trail on them, very good. I mean, their DPS is not that good, I have to admit, but that's fine, that's fine. Cleansing conditions, really good. Staff for the win, that's it. So much life force generation on staff as well, it's actually crazy. I can just spam my F skills and I still have full life force all the time. It's really good, I have to be honest. Did they change any notes from the final patch? Yes, they did. There is an additional notes where they actually changed quite a bit, or I wouldn't say changed it, but added something. So some of the things are actually just baseline new. No reworks or anything or changes back or reverts. No, it's just some new patch notes that we didn't have before. For example, the Condi Soul Beast nerfs. Yeah. I was really expecting some kind of Bloodstone relic nerf, but I didn't see it, so I feel like it's still absolutely broken on Catalyst. Let's see. Let's see. Now they just need to remove that stupid cone from Heal Firebrand and we'll all be happy till the end of time. I think that's like, if they would do that, then I think Heal Firebrand will be, if they really remove all the parts of cones and stuff, then it would be actually one of the best. Oh my god, they are in Bone Skinner. So it would probably be one of the best builds out there for healing Firebrand. I think the cones is really the thing that keeps holding it back, for sure. I really had like really bad Firebrands the last 2 weeks, and I was like never playing with Firebrands again, because like the chances of getting someone that actually knows what they are doing is not high. That's the sad part. Yeah. Thanks for the follow, Telono. Thanks a lot. Thanks for the sub as well. Thanks a lot. Really appreciate it. So, I see a lot of your videos on YouTube. Thanks for your builds. No problem. More to come. More to come. Don't worry. Do you know if we have to change gear build on Chrono? So Virtuoso will be completely unchanged. Don't worry. There's nothing changing with Virtuoso. On Chronomancer, you actually will have to change. Not on healing Chronomancer, but on offensive, so DPS Chronomancer and how's the other one called? Alacrity or Boon DPS Chronomancer. There you will have to change because you get more baseline crit chance now, so you can't drop some assassin pieces and go for full Berserker. So that will be a good thing. At least it will be a good thing for people that they can easily change. For some people it will be annoying because they already have ascended assassins pieces, so that will be a little bit bad for them, but I guess in the end everyone can run now full Berserker and be happy. That's what it will be. Yeah, it's a power fight. Yeah, I would say there is no crazy phase. It's just, as far as I know, it's like just a lot of, or at some CC and just stacking together and dealing damage. I think it's actually, you can also play ramping Connie builds there, but you don't have to be ranged. That's the good part. So just spamming my skills here and preparing for the CC. So we will see if I can actually CCing. Nice. That was some monster CC, I have to be honest. It feels really, really good, this build. It's actually not as like spammy as other healer builds. It's like you just press a few buttons. It's actually it feels quite good, I have to be honest. Applying some H's here for the jump. And some heals again. More heals. Yeah, that is Flash Golem. The Flash Golem here is for the more CC. Yeah. I mean, in general, I would take it on Heal Scotch all the time, to be honest. Because it's just a very, very safe option for CC and you don't have any other options, I would say. Oh my god, guys, don't just sidestep this or dodge it. Now we don't have it anymore. That's okay, let's dodge. I also have to remember to dodge because my dodge now heals extremely well. But I was actually really easy able to upkeep all of that stuff. So that's actually feels really good. Now we have to be a bit careful here. My allies are a little bit trolling. We have another thing here, give some stability. Dodging again. Yeah, feels good, feels really good. I like it. Not too much of a problem. I mean, the healing output is insane on this build now. It's actually absolutely broken. I did not expect to have so much healing on my staff. It's really, really crazy. It feels like it's actually a buff in healing, even though we lost the transfusion. It's crazy. Do you have any video on how to set up Arc DPS? No, but I will do one very soon. This is like on my long list of to-do things, actually quite on top of there. So be sure to keep an eye out. There will be an Arc DPS setup guide very soon. And also one regarding how to read the logs, because I feel like a lot of people have Arc DPS, but not a lot of people actually know how to read the logs correctly and that kind of stuff, and how to actually get the logs out of there. So we will do that in a video as well. Gear stats stay the same as the one on SC Heal Scotch? Yes, I think the only thing that I would change is the weapon. And what's the last thing that I would change? The relic. Depending on what kind of relic you were running before, if you were running Mercy Relic, now you can't run that anymore, I would say. Or you don't really need to run it anymore because you really don't have so much revive power. I would rather go for Febe or some kind of other healing relic. Yeah. Welcome, Timo. Welcome, welcome. Yes, the Necro Staff patch is live now, and I personally think actually this might be one of the rare occasions where I will play this, maybe some kind of Scourge in World vs. World for sure. It's really good with Staff, some kind of Celestial variant, or Minstrel for sure in Zerg play. And it will even be really good, in my opinion, as some kind of hybrid build, Sage maybe, in PvP. I have to try it. I will not get my hopes up here for some kind of Scourge build with Staff. But I feel like you could play some kind of crazy Harbinger build with Staff, maybe. Yeah, I feel like, or maybe Necromancer Reaper has some crazy boon potential as well. I mean, that could be a crazy cook, but maybe we can do that. It will be interesting. Have to change then also rune infiltration. Yeah, I will try it out later, but you have to crit cap again, like to at 100%, but you get like some kind of crit chance baseline as in Chronomancer in the traits. So that means that you don't need the assassin pieces, and you probably also don't need all of the rune pieces. I have to check how exactly it turns out, but there will definitely be some changes. I'm not sure if the rune will change as well. I will do an updated guide about it, or at least let you know what changed there. Don't worry. Has anything changed in the build besides the staff? So, like I said, I think the staff is like replacing one of your weapon sets, obviously. And that means that you have to decide if you want to go for dagger, you want to go for pistol, you want to go for warhorn, or do you want to go for torch. So 4 weapon choices, and 2 have to drop, 2 can stay. It's like a little bit, do you want CC? Do you want might uptime? Do you want boon corruption? Do you want life force generation? So I feel like it's like mix and match. You can run all 4 of those. The staff is absolutely good, I would say. Always run that one. I personally would say actually the dagger is not necessary anymore. I actually would probably swap to pistol. Maybe I would even go for swapping to warhorn offhand, because then I don't need Fable Relic anymore. And then I have a free relic slot, which is obviously always a really good choice. We will see. We will see. Very interesting. Yeah, and in my opinion, I'm also like on Dagger Torch right now, because it feels like it's a very safe set that has a lot of just baseline very good things in there. But I can see the argument why you would go for something different as well. Yeah. So Dagger on Necromancer doesn't give you any speed or anything like that, but it gives you some nice boon corrupt, and it gives you very crazy life force generation. Just auto attacking here is like absolutely insane how much life force generation you get. It's just auto attacking. And you also have if you run the trait, this one here, you actually get some life siphoning for your allies as well. I wouldn't say this is like the best thing to run here, because typically you're still a healer and you want to also be very good at resurrecting down stats. So I'm not completely convinced that like this is like the only weapon to run, but I can see why this is a good choice. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, I would say only the weapon choices change, not the gear itself. You can easily run the same build. You can run the exact same setup, the same weapons, the same traits, everything the same. You can run that as well. Just the staff, I would say, is the new thing, so that's why I would actually run it. And I also think it's actually also it's also a very good one. I think it's actually buffs the build. Yeah, even with the transfusion nerfs, that you don't get the healing on F4 anymore and the downstate healing. That was like the biggest thing of it. I think it's still very good, or even better after the changes for sure. As always, if you have any comments, feedbacks, questions, let me know. I'm always happy to have that. And we have some crazy cooks. What is going on? We were there? No, we were not. I don't know. The squad is very slow, but that's okay. That's okay. The big test will come at Dragonstorm, to be honest. Can I actually upkeep a lot of stability with this? Probably spamming this skill, and that's it. I don't have that much more stability. I have 2 stability skills. I'm not sure if I can upkeep stability from 100% of their attacks, but we will try. We will try. So there we go. Last Iceblood Saga boss. Give some might up. Some stability now. That's very good. And some more stability. Trailing on them. Very good. Looks good, looks good. I like the build. It's very fun. Maybe that's my new go-to build for Iceblood Saga strike missions. It has a little bit more downstate carry potential than Chronomancer, so maybe that's the build that I have to go play right now. So we will see. Feels good. Definitely feels good to play. Can recommend. What can I buy with blue shards from strikes? So there are multiple things that you can buy. I would say the first thing that comes to mind is Ascended Gear. You get Ascended Gear now from purchasing at the vendor there. You can get Ascended Weapons as far as I know. And of course you can get some skins as well. So those are the big things. But you can also, every week, you can purchase for blue shards Mystic Coins. And you can purchase, how is it called? Mystic Clovers as well. So there is actually, to make gold, I would say purchasing Mystic Coins is the biggest thing. That's the thing why I would say you every week get some Mystic Coins there and you get some stuff there, or you can just, I can show you after this boss, you can just talk to the NPC and get some, you can convert all of those in just very, how is it called, easy to liquidate currency. I can show you after this loot. I will showcase that. But it's not, the conversion rate is really low. I would say it's not like making you crazy rich. So don't expect too much. So go to this NPC here. Then you can trade that stuff and you can just purchase Ascended Gear, like I said, if you want to make gold. Then you would go for, where is it? Just for this one. This is like really good thing here. And you can either sell it on the TP or you can craft something out of it and sell it then. So that's the easy way to do that. But it's not like insane amount of money. That's the problem. It's really not. Why legendary trinkets takes forever to craft? I mean, first of all, I would say it's a legendary. So most legendaries that you can't buy from the TP take a while to craft. That's just how it is. And I would say the Ascended Trinkets take a while because you only do it once and then you have it for the whole account, for all characters all the time. So it's really, really good. And I think it depends a bit. Coalescence, like El Charlatan put it, I think is actually quite quick if you do it. You just need some money. I wouldn't say you have to be crazy rich, but it's like you need some money there. And then there, for example, the back pieces, especially for, I would say the fractal one is not too bad. And what else do we have? What else do we have? I think the World vs. World ring can also be quite fast if you have some World vs. World currency lying around, but of course that's also time gated. It's always some kind of grind attached to it if you start at 0. But I would say it is like depending a bit on your play style. Of course, if you didn't do any achievements in the main story and stuff, if you didn't do any farming beforehand, then of course it can take a while. But I would still say it's worth the grind in my opinion. It's like one of the best things to get for an account. Legendary trinkets. So you have 20k gold. I mean, then you actually can speed up, for example, coalescence, of course. And I would say you can also speed up some other things as well. I'm not sure if that's worth it. For me personally, I also have 25k, let's say, account liquid gold lying around, but I don't do that typically because I feel like spending money on something that will just give me like 5 more days and I will get it for free. I'm personally not a big fan of that, but if you like that, you can skip the time gain a bit there, yeah. I think personally, especially if you like doing raids and stuff, the ring is really easy to get, and I think the Vision and Aurora is also not too bad to get, to be honest. I think they just need some achievements, but that's it. You can also, if you like PvP, you can easily get the stuff from PvP as well. So you don't even have to do the achievements in PvE, which is really funny as well. So you can just go for the PvP grind, get some stuff there, have some fun there if you can do that. And then you actually get the stuff without ever touching the achievements. Welcome, Arthur. Welcome, welcome. Yes, PvP is, I would say, I would recommend it to players that actually want to engage with this game mode because it's the fastest way, I would say. Yeah. Which is like a little bit counterintuitive, I guess, but that's how it is, I guess. I mean, I have an account too about my account. I'm just playing very much. That's the thing. I have like all the legendaries as well. That's like, just if you play a lot, you will get that in the end. Don't worry, Deadly. You will get that as well. Just take some time, enjoy the game, you will get there. With new transfusion, do all the staff skills heal? Yes, except the auto attack. The auto attack doesn't heal, just all the other staff skills. They are really, really nice and really potent, I would say. They just heal like 1k, but the thing is, you also get that on dodge. You also get that every few seconds, you know, that's like 1k heals on like a 4 to 10 second cooldown. That's actually really good. That's like a really, really good thing. So I would say this is like really underestimated how good this change is for Necromancer. Yeah. Don't worry, Salt. You will get some money if you just enjoy the game, have fun. It's not always about grinding money. Sometimes it's just like having fun. have fun in the game, and you will get the money passively, and then at some point you can buy or craft the stuff that you actually wanted to do. Yeah, I mean, the Regalia takes a while, but I think it's a free legendary, so that's a good thing. You know, if you have to spend some time to get it, I think that's a fair thing. You don't have to spend any gold on it, so that's I would say, a very good compromise. Yeah. Yeah, for the back piece, I would definitely go for PvP. I'm with you, Arthur. I think the back piece is like, at least for me, I did the PvP back piece very fast. But like I said, you have to enjoy PvP. If you just do it for the back piece and you don't like PvP at all, that can be painful. Yeah. 70k bench on Mirage. Sounds about right, yeah. Yeah. Typical balance patch in Guild Wars 2. Very good, very good. After the update, do I switch to Renegade? I personally think the update didn't really change anything of Renegade. It's more like Vindicator is like the support Alacrity heal now. That's possible. I'm not sure. We will test it later if that's really the absolutely broken healer now, but we will test it. I would say it's probably the best healer on... What's it called? Revenant, yes. Yes, exactly. Exactly, Arthur. You are NA. Malison is NA. We have some people from NA. That's good. We like it. Some worldwide spread. That's what we want. Yeah, I wouldn't swap to Renegade. I think Vindicator is like a superior option for healing and for power DPS. The only location or area where I would play some kind of Renegade is in Fractals. Fractals is like the only place where I would play it, because in Fractals you actually have crazy amounts of just utility, fast burst damage, and you can play Elec DPS as well. So yeah, but you can probably even play Alacrity Vindicator after the patch. So I think Vindicator will be the most flexible option for Revenant right now in PvE for that matter. Yeah. No problem, no problem. Always happy to hear that you enjoy my guides. Don't worry. More to come, especially now with the new balance patch. Yeah, I mean, I think it's always like you should go for the stuff, Salt, that is actually fun to you. So if you want to get a skin, go for the stuff that is currently fun to you. You don't always have to go and say, oh, this is not providing me the biggest amount of gold value that I can get. This is not good. You should do the stuff that you actually enjoy. So if you want to get an achievement, do it. Even if it's not like the craziest amount of what is going on. Why couldn't I use my thing here? Okay. Even if it's not providing the craziest amount of gold. It's really important. Yeah. Yeah, I think I'm overcapping like crazy. I think I actually would drop probably the Life Force Undead Signet, and I'm not sure what I would go for. I mean, there are not that many crazy options on this build that are like absolutely necessary. Maybe I could... This is just so little. Maybe this. Epidemic or Projectile Denial. I'm not sure. Probably Spectral Grasp for Mossy C. See you, Arthur. See you. Yeah, Filthy, I'm with you. I see that. Only gold per hour? I mean, if that's fun to you, I mean, that can also be good, but I'm not the biggest fan. So, the thing is, at some point, you're right, Salt. It will drop to lower amounts of statuettes, but that can take a while. I would say at least 3 months until they're updated. Typically, it's more like every 6 months or something. So they start out, if they brand new the item, it needs like, I would say, it starts at 60 statuettes typically. And then if you wait like 6 months, it goes down to 45. And if you wait another 6 months, it typically goes down to 30. This is the lowest that it can go. It's the, I always wait until it's at 30 because then I get the most value for my statuettes, but it's obviously not, you know, if you can't wait that long, I can see why you would do it earlier. I just want to get all the skins, and then it's actually quite a lot of statuettes that I want to spend here. Yeah. So that's the typical rule. I hope that answers your question. Are they gonna do a mastery line leveling priority video by chance? I actually have that. I have that. I can link it to you after this fight. I have that actually already. It's something like what to do after level 80. Yeah, that's that. I have that on my channel already. Exactly what you asked for. Yeah. Yeah, Greatsword is still weak. After the balance patch, they actually buffed it, but it still looks weak. Greatsword is sadly not a very good weapon on Warrior. That's really the sad truth. It is a fun weapon in competitive modes, but in PvE, it feels really weak. It feels weak, yeah. I think the wiki knows Salt. The wiki actually says when it last updated, yeah. I think it was not today as far as I know. So one of the first that I would get for sure if I don't want to refer to the video is 100% getting auto loot. Auto loot is like insane. The amount of quality of life you get there, it's crazy. So always use that or get that first. So let me check with how the video is called. There we go. This is the link. I posted it in the Twitch chat. This is the link to the video that you were referring to. This is the one that you should watch. Yeah, they actually did like crazy, 2.6k gems for this like insane amount of swimsuits that you can purchase now in the gem store. I mean, that's like cashing out insanely. Chantia Wilds will get less money to them than this skin set. It's crazy, yeah. Don't worry. Always happy to help. Yeah, I think the new bomb kit and the flamethrower on Engineer seems like actually quite good in competitive modes, I would say. I'm not sure if it's like insane in PvE because the stability was actually quite fun to use. Now it's like completely gone and it's like feels like a little bit hard to come by other than that. So we will see. I not right now, I would say. Not right now. I'm not showing it. So. Yeah, stability on Necromancer on the staff 5 with the trait is now stability, and it's a really long-lasting, short cooldown stability. So this is what I mentioned before. This now grants, if you have Harrier gear, 7.5 seconds of alacrity on dodge and barrier and healing. So if I dodge here, bam, 7 seconds. If I dodge again, like another 7 seconds. And if I just wait, I can also apply Vigor to myself. If I just wait here and just dodge of cooldown, I can upkeep alacrity. It's like... This build is so easy to play. You heal and you get alacrity on the same button. It's really fun. Yeah, the new demon skills. I'm not so sure if it's like absolutely insane. If this will be like the insane amount of utility that we need for Revenant. I personally think it's like okay, but it's not like. I don't see a build right now where this is like this go-to where you say, oh, Dark Aura on Revenant, it's like the thing that actually needs to be played. Yeah, but we will see. No, it's not the same level of stability as the Chronomancer. No, don't worry, not at all. It is like a good build with decent stability, but you can't permanently upkeep it like a Chronomancer can. So it's not the same level. Yeah. Yeah, the new patches actually just, I would say for the most part, it's balance. It's just balance. That's it. It has one fractal challenge mode in there and a lot of bug fixes, but that's about it. It's really, that's the biggest thing for sure. Yeah, it's like actually insane. The new swimsuit pack is like absolutely crazy. It's like 2.6k and you get like, just look at this like completely crazy how it like cashing out on this stuff. And 2.6k gems is actually quite a lot. It's like a lot of money. But I mean, if they want to get some cash, that's how they get it. I mean, gem price is probably shooting in the new heights. That's probably it, yeah. I've just watched a video on Mesmer roaming build and I was wondering if you can cook more builds for World vs. World. Yeah, Mr. Broken One, more coming. And especially after this balance patch, I have some crazy cooks, yeah. Any outliers so far? I mean, Mirage right now is absolutely insane. It has some crazy benchmarks of 70k or something I heard. It can be quite insane. I'm not sure if it's like, if it will be there or in real fights and stuff, but it looks quite good, yeah. Yeah, exactly. Chronomancer and Field Firebrand will still be the go-to in Fractals. But I think Scourge can still... I think Scourge is now the third option. I think it's way better than Druid in Fractals. I think it's actually there, yeah. but there will be crazy outliers. So I want to test this trait now because this is really interesting. Burning, you inflict scales of your power instead of your condition damage. So that means that burning will now be, so to say, worse if you're going full condi damage, but it will be better if you're going for full power damage. So is that worth running on a Celestial build? Probably not, because it's not in addition, but it's instead. So that means that you might run it on a power build, but it's competing against this trait, so it's really weird. I'm not completely sure. I think this is like absolutely insane, this trait now, because it now doesn't remove the might anymore. So it's like really, really easy to stack might on this build. Really cool, really cool. Really interesting. Yeah, I mean, I think they cash out a lot on those like skin heavy skins. So where do you see a lot of skin of your character? I'm not sure if that's like for everyone. I'm with you there. I actually think getting a cool hoodie or something like that would actually be very interesting. But apparently that's like not the thing that a lot of people would cash out for, I guess. Yeah, maybe it's almost the same numbers. Maybe you're right. Maybe you're right. I think that's what they wanted to do. I mean, it's on Celestial currently, but if I go to Power, maybe it's like a different. Let's check. Power Tempest. 170 burn and then 400. That's a big difference. So it actually, I apply quite a lot of burning. With power only damage, it's actually quite a lot of nice burning. So that actually might be worthwhile taking on some builds where you apply a lot of power damage, where you have some passive burning on your attacks all the time. That might actually be worth running. Very interesting, very interesting. I'm not sure if it's like something that you would see in competitive modes. I doubt it actually, because this is like the absolutely crazy trait in competitive modes, but still, very interesting. Need help how to get more POF mastery points? I mean, I can't give you any tips there because like the tips are like going for your achievements. It's like really, there are so many leftovers that you don't have to get, and just like I have like 14 leftovers and I still haven't all of them. So if you like just do the story, do the, especially the, where is it called? Path of Fire and Mastery Insights, if you do all of those, you have quite a lot of them, and just completing the maps and you will actually get a lot of achievements that way. I think it's like, it takes a while, yes, but it is a worthwhile thing to do, yeah. So, where is it? Yeah, I'm a girl, it doesn't interest me. Fair, fair. That's like absolutely fair. This is why I play male characters in MMOs. I know I wouldn't be able to resist buying skins from Gemstore. I already do it enough for my main guy. Yeah, I mean, that's a smart decision by you then, for sure. Smart decision, yeah. I can't wait for people to run Staff again and claim the Meteor Shower is now cooking due to this trait. Oh my god. I mean, I personally think actually, this is like the coolest thing. This, where is it here? This is such a cool skill now. The next weapon skill you use has significantly reduced recharge. And this skill's recharge is increased by the original recharge of the affected skill. So it's like you can use that on a skill like Meteor Shower and get like instantly the reset. Yeah. So you cast a Meteor Shower and then you use the Arcane Echo. And not this way, obviously. Obviously, you have to do it first and then use Arcane Meteor Shower. But if you're on Catalyst, you can do it again with the Elite skill. So it's actually quite intense how much layering on 3 skills in quick succession you can actually cast. I'm not sure if Meteor Shower will be the thing, maybe in World vs. World. But in PvE, I think it's actually way more likely. Where is it? Do I have it somewhere? Yeah, on Warhorn. This is like... Where is it? This is like Sand Squall. Will increase the duration of all boons on you and your allies by 3 seconds. So if I use Arcane Echo first and then I use this, it increases the duration, and then I will do it again and it increases the duration again. That's like really good. That's like better than Chronomancer. I'm not joking. This is better than Chronomancer. So this is really like, this is a good thing. Yeah, this is like a good thing. I have to test it a little bit more, how much uptime you can actually get with that, because this is a very unique thing. Not a lot of classes can do that. So, yeah. I think this is, you have to run it with Warhorn if you do that. It's really like, Warhorn is like the thing why you want Arcane Echo and PvE. Yeah, I think Elementalist with more CC on Condi builds, I think that would be a big buff, that's true. I mean, Condi builds typically are like a little bit niche, sadly. Okay, so let's go for some Heal Vindicator. Let's try it out. I want to first test it, how much boons I can get out on some kind of standing ally or something. So I can check it out, how many boons I can get. Oh, this is not a good position. Maybe someone that stands. Yeah, it's Warhorn. It's Warhorn, yeah. So the idea was for my Heal Vindicator, I set it up already. Was like going for Salvation, Invocation, and Vindicator. And then I take nice healing when you use a healing skill and some protection. You could make the argument for going for that one. But yeah, let's see if that's actually worthwhile. I think the Vigor here is really good, and of course the Alacrity you need. I go for Invocation because then I get some nice passive boons that I can give around me. And that's really good. And I get some, I'm not sure, I would probably, if you want to go really try hard, I think the best option here is the Charged Mist if you spam all your attacks, but typically you don't need that on that build. And this is completely useless. And then you have like here the option to actually cleanse a lot of conditions. So when you dodge on your allies, you actually apply remove one condition. And if you take that trait as well, you actually apply remove a condition, get a protection proc to them. But I think if you don't remove conditions consistently, there's like 20% outgoing healing increase. It's like insane. It's really, really good. And yeah, then I would say either going for this one, just to get some crazy healings as well, or get some more endurance if you go for that one. I think I probably like this. Yeah, let's see how good it is. Let's try it out. Let's just go for some strike mission and see how it is. Let's do a squad on my own. And let's see. So to daily, quick DPS, a heal, I guess. And let's see how good it is. We never know. See you, Timo. See you. Don't worry. Oh my god, that was fast. That was really fast. So let's see what we got here. A heal, okay. DPS, Maverick joined as DPS. Okay, that's fine as well, I guess. We have full A heal, some quick DPS now. And we will see. So Scepter is like a really weird thing. Scepter is like the most important part about this build to use, because you need to upkeep Fury, Might, and then your staff is just the quick DPS. 1 second. So I really feel like you need a lot of Fury. I'm not sure if you can actually upkeep the Fury here very easily. That's the problem. Yeah, I'm not sure. The problem is you lack Fury access, so typically people actually went and go for something different here. For example, you could go for, where is it? Devastation, and you have Perma Fury and your allies. Actually don't have Perma Fury. That's actually not that high. So I'm not sure. I thought this is like 10 seconds, but I think you don't have that. Wait. Yeah, that's the correct thing. Yeah, I'm not sure. I'm not sure. We will try. We will try to make it work. But I'm not sure if it's like absolutely broken to give you that much boons. That's the problem. So we are looking still for quick DPS, I guess. I'm finally up my ascended gear on a Condi Druid. Feel liberated and instantly went to level up Acute Asura Necro. Oh my god. I feel you. I feel you. That happens all the time to new players. That's okay. So yeah, let's see how it goes. Let's see if we can showcase a very good healing Alacrity Vindicator. I don't expect anything here, I have to be honest, but we will see. Temple of Fabit, that it is. We have some good CC with staff, so that should be fine. Let's do it trial by fire. That's how it's called. Let's see. Is there a way to make Windy with ranged weapon? I mean, you could go for Hammer as a ranged weapon, but that's like the only one that works. That's the sad part. That's really like the only crazy good one. So I'm not sure. I'm not sure if that's like enough to make it a ranged build. Shortbow could also work, of course, as a Condi build, but for a power Vindicator, I feel like Hammer is the only option. That's like... I actually have decent protection uptime. No, do I? No. That's gonna be interesting. We really have to look at the boon durations here. Some swiftness, some region, some resistance, some stability, conduit lens. I mean, we have some nice utility in there, but the problem is we don't have crazy amounts of fury access for our allies. That's like the thing where I would say we struggle a bit. No fury for our allies. So maybe the way to go is actually, how is it called? Altruism? Yeah. This is the way. Altruism. So we actually get some crazy fury and might from using a healing skill. That's the way to go, I guess. Yeah, very good. We will see. Everyone is here. Very good. So, let's see. Welcome, Q. Welcome. So, I think this might work decently well here. I'm not sure if I would run that in a fractal group or something, where you need a lot of like crazy boons at the beginning instantly, because pre-stacking seems like a little bit hard on this build, to be honest. Nice. Congrats for the Jotun infusion. Congrats. So let's get some healing food. Yeah, let's try it. So right now I'm using staff for CCing and some nice healing and stuff. And I'm using shield for some protection and H's and healing. And then I use scepter. Mostly only for the third skill, because the third skill provides some crazy amount of might and fury to allies. It's really good. And the 2 skill is also some barrier, but that's about it. It's really like the bread and butter of scepter is the 3 skill. And of course I will dodge a lot on my allies. So let's see if it works. I mean, this fight is not that hard and I have crazy healing output. That much is for sure. Let's see if the boons are actually good enough. We have not that good boon coverage with those people, but that's okay. Let's see. Let's go for the ready check and we will see. I was thinking the other day that the dodge on Windy should be able to damage from range based on who you're targeting. Ooh, that would be really interesting. I think that would be absolutely broken in competitive modes, but I think that's a really cool idea. It's a really cool idea. I like that, Winslow. I like that. Now let's see what we can get. I get some boons here and just dodge. You know, just dodging on my allies. Then applying some heals here. And some heals and dodging like crazy. That's what we're gonna do. I mean, the boons look okay, you know, it's not like insane boons, but I mean, the protection uptime, I have to be a little bit careful how to make the protection uptime work here. I think it actually works quite decent. Looks good. I'm having currently, I have, how is it called? Harrier stats, just for the most amount of potential in terms of power damage and just not tanking, but you could go easily with Minstrel, you could go with, there are many options actually what you could go for. I personally think Harrier is the go-to for me as a PvE player if I don't go for raids and stuff, because if I want to tank in raids I would go for Minstrel or Giver, but I think on this build I personally would go for Harrier for the most part. Just dodging on them, providing boons. I mean, the protection uptime is not that good. I have to check that because it's currently mostly my shield that protects them. So we will see. But I have some protection here as well, so I guess we could use that for protection. Yeah, that's the way to go. So just always targeting my allies here and just dodging on them, you know, that's like the main thing that I do here. Just dodging on my allies all the time. I would say what got nerfed is a question from a YouTube chat here, and the answer to that is nothing. Nothing. I'm not joking. I think there is nothing in the patch except the Condi Soul Beast build that was broken in PvP. Everything else is like untouched, I would say. Or better, getting better mostly. It's like quite crazy, I would say. Quite crazy. Overall, I made a video about it just a while ago, but I feel like power creep is really, really broken in Guild Wars 2 right now. It's absolutely insane how much power creep they do with the game. So, yeah, I would say in general, Elementalist, Spectre, what else did get buffed quite a bit? Oh my god, wrong direction. And I don't have any swiftness. That's also a little bit annoying, I have to be honest. At least this gives swiftness. Yeah, very interesting. I would say Elementalist, Spectre, Necromancer, Vindicator. There are a lot of builds that actually got quite a big buff. So, yeah. Yeah, I think this build is actually quite good. I think I have to check out what kind of utility skills, or not utility skills, traits I want to actually upkeep my boons, because I really lack the swiftness uptime. I think that's really annoying a bit, I would say. Other than that, I'm actually quite happy with it. I have to be honest. And you can see it's actually really easy to heal my allies. I'm just dodging on them, and it's absolutely insane how much heals I can push out with that. How did Condi Soul Beast in PvP get nerfed? I mean, just damage nerfs. It's just not as damaging anymore. Blightbringer Relic got nerfed, and some other things about the spec itself. And also, it's just the CC from the, how is it called? The B pet got nerfed. But it's not like unplayable. It's still a decent build, don't get me wrong. It's just not as broken as it was before. Which is, like, in my opinion, completely fair, because it was absolutely insane before. How Reaper Vampbringer changes? Nothing. Reaper is like completely untouched, I would say. Reaper is really good still. Nothing crazy about it. Ooh, that was quite hard hitting. It's actually quite funny how much CC you can actually put out with this build. I'm actually surprised how often I can dodge. Look at this. I'm dodging, and swapping, and dodging again, and dodging. It's so good. It feels so funny how much alacrity it is. It's permanent at 30 seconds. It's like, what the hell is going on? It's really, really good. It's really good. I like it. Funny build. It feels really good to play, actually. It's really proactive, because you just dodge and then you just use your skills depending on the situation. I actually like it. I think I will make a guide about it very, very soon. Necro Minion Master is viable? I mean, depends on the game mode, but I would say it's viable, but it's not like the absolutely broken meta build. Yeah. I'm new to the game. I watch a lot of videos to help me out. Perfect. Perfect. I hope you enjoy my channel then. They have some really good videos, I hope, for new players as well. Yeah. I think they buffed Power Harbinger. Yeah. I think Power Harbinger, or in general Harbinger, got buffed. I wouldn't say Reaper and Harbinger. I think they did not get buffed crazy, but you get less Blight stacks, or the Blight is not that strong anymore. So instead of 1.5% of your health, it's now only 1%. So that means that you are more healthy. I think that's a buff, of course. Yeah. I'm currently playing Vindicator, which is the class Revenant in the Elite Spec Vindicator. Yeah, the Spectre changes look really good. I can showcase this. Spectre is like, what can I say? Spectre got changed in a way that is like really good, because now you have way more initiative, so you can easily spam like headshots like crazy now. You have higher initiative cost on your Scepter skills, but you have more maximum initiative, so that means it doesn't really matter. But your Veil of Bounty now applies 2 stacks of stability. That's a buff. And your Shade Step, which before granted every single skill that you use in the Shadow Shroud to give alacrity, is now healing on the auto attack, 9.5 seconds with my boon duration, which is like almost 100%. So 5 seconds baseline, and with the boon duration 10 seconds on the 2 skill, it's like insane. It's like insane. You get a lot of protection on the 3, some nice healing and H's, which is all on top of the already boons and utility that you have with the Shadow Shroud. So for example, the 5 skill always gives stability. So that will be on top of that. You will on top of that be applying barrier. You will cleanse conditions and apply the alacrity. So this is like a really big buff to Spectre. Spectre is really good. And you also have those traits here that grant you barrier. Then you grant, when you use the healing skill, a Dark Aura. Grant Dark Aura when you steal, granting yourself Dark Aura heals now by allies. So it's like you get a lot of synergy with those traits, and it's like a big buff to heal Spectre, I would say. Even though it was really good before, now it's even better. Just baseline. It's really good. Yes, I have a lot of characters. That's true. Now, no one will play other healers because Vindicator is too easy. I mean, I'm not sure. I think Vindicator is very easy, but it lacks the utility of a Chronomancer, and you will see in harder fights like Fractals and stuff that Vindicator falls off drastically because you can't adjust to the situation that well. That's the problem. And then I would say it's okay to have an easy build that works in easy fight, and you have some kind of more flexible but a little bit more tryhard build in harder situations. I think that makes sense. I think that's good balancing. I have 70 characters, yeah. So 70 characters currently, and I have more spots, yeah. Okay, so apparently Untamed got nerfed a little bit, but I mean, at least you get 3k DPS increase. Nice. Yeah, I mean, I think that is a good change then, because Untamed was like absolutely insane before, and if it's like really that much of a change to how much sustain you have, I think that's okay. I think that's actually okay. I don't like to be the guy that says, oh, it's bad to make nerfs, but I feel like if one build is absolutely broken, I think it's actually okay to nerf it. Yeah, I think the Vindicator healing output is quite crazy. But Revenant was always really good. For example, healing Herald is absolutely insane. The region ticks for like 2k or something, or even higher. It's like insane how high this can tick. Yeah. Yeah, exactly. But now you got Alacrity on top, so I think now it might be a decent healer, because before it was like only in competitive modes. Now you can actually play it in PvE as well. Yeah, I think the Tempest change with the healing is like really, really fun. It's really, really fun. I was playing a heal Vindicated just now, yeah. But the healing on the Elemental Bastion is now really fun, because you can get the healing and you can get the alacrity. So you don't have to overload that often. Or you can, for example, use an all shouts build, and you can apply a lot of alacrity this way, and you can play this very different than you would usually play it. I think that's really cool, and I liked it a lot. So we will see. We will see. I also wanted to test the alacrity, or just on a solo build, because I really feel like that you could make use out of some kind of solo build for Tempest by using like the new alacrity trait. I think that might be worthwhile running. I will check that out now. What name of the chess piece? Tell me which character it was, then I can tell you the chess piece. Was it the Vindicator, or was it the Necromancer? Which one do you mean? The green one or the other one? It was just better than the mob DPS? Okay, it was not broken, I guess. The Vindicator. So I will check it out 1 second. The Vindicator chess piece. This is not a chess piece that you can get actually on its own. This is like the whole, it's an outfit. It's the, I think it's called, how is it called? It's an outfit. So it's not a single chess piece. Ancestral outfit. Okay, I guessed that, but I wasn't sure. Yeah, that's an outfit. Nice, you have a purpose. That's what we like. That's what we like. Welcome, Logan. I'm getting ready to craft my first legendary armor set, trying to decide weight, trying to decide based on build variety and viability. So I would say right now, light is like insane. Light armor as legendary is like insane. Yeah. Light, I feel like, is like way too good to pass up. I think light, I'm a little bit biased because I play these classes the most, but that means also because I like them so much, because they are so flexible. You have Chronomancer as a healer, you have Mirage and Virtuoso as DPS, you have Reaper as DPS, you have Scourge as a healer, Scourge as a DPS, you have Harbinger as DPS, you have Elementalist like DPS and all the roles. And in competitive modes, it's the same. Like Tempest is really good, like Reaper is good, Scourge is really good. There are so many options, I think, and Chronomancer is really good. So I think Light is the one that I would choose in terms of flexibility, for sure, where you get the most value. Yeah, as from a legendary armor. Oh my god, you will date a Fae. Okay, have fun with that. Have fun. I don't want to judge their caster. I mean, everyone does what they want to do. I mean, I wouldn't do it, but that doesn't mean that someone else can't do that. So I would not be judging there. So what do we have here? This is like, I guess, decent. Let's run it like that. Yeah, let's see how this goes. Let's see how this goes. Yeah, okay, of course, if you have so many armor sets already, maybe it's more worthwhile to go for something that is like less used by you. For example, going then for heavy. But I think it's always hard because it depends what kind of classes you like. So if you're a big fan of Elementalist, then I would say it's still worthwhile to go for light armor set. But if you like really enjoy like Engineer, I think going for medium is really good as well. I probably would not go for, I don't know. The problem is heavy is like really good with Guardian, but Warrior and Revenant is not like insane amount of value. That's the problem. I feel like probably light and then into medium and heavy. I feel like they are quite similar. I think just from the value. But if you already have like crazy amounts of light armor, maybe it's still better for you to do that like that. I mean, I have crazy alacrity uptime, but I'm not sure if that's really like the thing. My DPS is not that high. 14k or something. It's not good enough. So we will check. What can we do? Maybe we don't play Hammer then. Maybe we play... We could go for some Scepter maybe. Maybe Scepter is the way to go. Scepter... Is Scepter Warhorn good? Would have some crazy boon uptime then. What's your main out of your 70 characters? I don't have a main. I play all the classes. I typically play in PvE Mesmer right now a lot, but maybe I swap to Scorch now. Scorch is so fun right now. But we will see. We will see. I think I have taken a enough break to go for medium legendary armor now. Yeah, I mean that sounds like about right. You know, going for something that you don't have already. I think then you will have some gold. Medium legendary armor takes a while, but I think it's worthwhile. Yeah. Which NG class would you now be good for roaming in World vs. World because of the patch? I think, to be honest, I think Holosmith is probably the best roaming spec right now. It's really, really good right now. With the buffs or changes to it, yeah, I think Holosmith might be the way to go. So Celestial. And what kind of things would I go for? I guess Frailty and... Yeah, I mean, that's the problem. I'm not sure. Frailty and probably Strength. No, I don't need the Strength anymore. Then I can go for Celerity, I guess, for some swiftness, quickness. Interesting. 3 more fights and Legendary PvP Amulet will be mine. Nice. Dagger main hand for extra auras? Could be, but the problem... Yeah, maybe you're right. Maybe that's the way. But the problem is Dagger main hand has really bad DPS. You know, this is like a very good DPS skill. On Dagger main hand, you don't have any good auto attacks. That's the problem. So maybe you're right, for the auras would be really good. But I can also use, for example, my overlords to get auras. And all my signets give me also auras because of this trait. So I feel like that's still good enough. I feel like running something like this. I mean, I lose Condi DPS when I do that, so I don't want to do that. Let's see. I have some... Interesting. I just came back to the game after a massive break and finally grinded out the last things I was missing to craft medium and heavy legendary armor. Congrats, Russ. Congrats. That's really nice. That's a good thing to achieve. And now, hopefully, you enjoy the game with playing different builds all the time. So let's try it out. Let's go for this one and see how this one works out if I go for like insane amount of just going all in on Warhorn. And I mean, the DPS is not better. That's the problem. The DPS is not better. Maybe it's like Scepter and only power, or like only camping fire, maybe. I mean, the DPS is better. The DPS is a bit better. So maybe, and it is ranged. Don't forget, this is also ranged as a solo build. Problem is I can't upkeep this quickness here. Or I mean, I can actually prolong it here. That's the cool part. So, I mean, the DPS is actually not bad. And my sustain is also better because I have fire ranged attacks. I actually like this. I think this is actually better than the hammer version. Even after the buffs to hammer, I feel like this is still worthwhile running. I mean, I will now try the version with the aggressive trait, which is obviously probably the safer, the better bet in most situations. So we will see. We will see that. Yeah, the auto attack is really bad. That's why I wouldn't choose dagger. That's the problem. Yeah, that's really the problem. Ooh, that sounds good, sort of. That sounds like a good build. Mirage with Infinite Horizons and Illusion seems to be 50k almost. That sounds good. Sounds good. Yeah, I mean, I'm just, this is the build setup and it's like full Celestial. I will do a build guide about it tomorrow, I guess, or something like that. We will see if it works out because this is like a really fun build. Okay, so let's try it again, but this time we go for the aggressive trait and no Alacrity. I'm not sure if that's like the better version to do. I mean, you have obviously a ramp up time there. It doesn't look like that much better, actually, I have to be honest. Doesn't look like that much. Interesting, interesting. Maybe it's a little bit better. Maybe it's a little bit better. No, I don't think so, actually. I don't think it has more DPS. Yeah, slightly. But you lose the Alacrity, which is obviously a really big defensive tool, and you don't get the healing from Elemental Bastion. I'm not sure. I actually think this is the safer choice. I like that one more. Is there a decent build for Surging in small scale for Renegade at the moment? I'm using my favorite weapon, the Shortbow. I think Shortbow Renegade is actually quite a good one. I might do a build guide about it soon, but I don't have one yet. So maybe someone in chat can link you something, but I don't have a guide or some kind of build setup for that. I don't know why mine is working, probably because Nexus is updating it, but it's not like the absolute perfect. It's not the perfect solution, yeah. But this is just build testing. I don't know if the Mirage that Snowdrop mentions is like the end version. There will probably be someone that comes up with some crazy cook and it goes over 50k until they nerf it tomorrow. Pyromancer's Puissance no longer takes away your might. That's really good, I know. But the problem is you have to drop in PvE this, and this is like 10% DPS increase. And if you can upkeep the might alone, without using this, then it's like complete waste to run this and you lose 10% of damage. So I can upkeep the might alone with the boon duration that I have. So that means that I go for Persisting Flames. I'm sad that this trait is not a DPS increase, but that's sadly just not the case. Maybe you could go for some kind of Power Tempest with Alacrity and go for like this trait and apply some burning there. But I don't know. I feel like this is the best trait there to choose. Was it true warriors belong again in damage after update? I would say warrior after the buffs to it, I think is in a decent spot. I think it's not in a niche where I would say this like you have to take a warrior in each squad, but I think it's a good build. Berserker specifically and Bladezone, they can be easily played, but it's not like it's like Scourge or Chronomancer or something like that, where you always want to have those Berserker and Bladestone. Yeah, you can play them. They are fun, they are good, but they are not like absolutely broken. Okay, so let's try it one more time. Yeah, it's a strike damage increase. That's the interesting part. Yes, you're right. It's just 10% more damage, power damage, but why would I take this trade? You know, I already have 25 might. So what would I gain from that? Do I have? Yeah, maybe you're right. Maybe, but I don't need that actually. I don't need that. I already have frailty and celerity, so interesting. I have to cook it a little bit more. What kind of skills and stuff I would use there, or traits rather. But I feel like this is like just the best option. Sadly, yeah. This is okay, but you don't need the might. The might is really like, especially with Warhorn, you have like instant full might. It's like really easy. I don't know. Yeah, Hammer Spellbreaker is back. Hammer Spellbreaker is so back for sure. I did not do the Fractal CM yet, but I will do it quite soon, hopefully, if we are all here and we can actually try it out. Yes. Yeah, so the problem is, yeah, you're right, but I'm Celestial and you're right. Typically, Celestial favors Condi favored DPS increases and stuff like that. But like 10% DPS increase over nothing, or DPS loss rather, is like you take the DPS increase, even if it's only power. So I would say that's like why I would go for this one. But I can see. So let's go. Let's try it one more time. I really don't like the slow overloads, I have to admit, but so let's go for the CC here and go instantly here and prolong the boons. And now we're having like long boon uptime and we can get the overload very fast. That's what we like. Now we wait a bit, I guess. Just auto tag at this point. And I guess swap once to air. And I mean, the build-up is obviously quite slow, I have to be honest. I mean, little bit, you're right. A little bit, the might is dropping a little bit, but just a little bit. So, and the power damage is actually quite high here. That's the thing. Yeah, I mean, it's very similar. It's very similar. So I think the safer way would probably go for the alacrity trade, because it gives you alacrity, which is like all the defensive cooldowns come off cooldown faster, and you're healing passively as well. I like it. I like it. Nice. 42 degrees Celsius. That sounds horrible. That's like too much for me as a German Malison. That's too much. I wouldn't like that. I would be like lying dead on the floor or something. It's insane. If Power Mirage does really good, they will nerf Condi Mirage for sure. Yeah, something like that might happen. Yeah, that's true. Yeah. It's wicked. Nice. You like it. That's good. So Snowdrop, if you want to go for the fractal right now, let's go. If you want to do it, we can go for it. Maybe find someone that wants to join. If you don't, we can also do it later. So I guess I will go Chronomancer. You know, that's same old, but a good build. And we will see if we find someone that actually can play some quick heal or something like that, because apparently the best threat is to go for 2 healers. We will see if that's true. We will see. What is actually the title? I have not checked it out yet. Let's check it out right now. Get the thing 7 times, okay. Complete the Kinfall Fractal and Challenge model without anyone in your group being defeated. Okay, I mean, it's just like, do it correctly. Okay, I mean, that's okay. I think that's not too challenging for most people then, I guess. I mean, I don't know the strats that much, but I can look for someone, I guess. Let's just look for someone that has experience, and we look for quick DPS. Let's see what we can get. If we need to go for another healer, we will do that. But let's go for one healer first. Let's see how it turns out to be. Yeah, it's exciting. It's exciting. I may swap my main from Tempest to Spectre or Mirage. I think Spectre is like a really good choice. Spectre is really good in all game modes. And the heal Spectre is really good. I think the only thing that Spectre can't fulfill is a power DPS. It's really like, that's the only thing that's missing. So keep that in mind. But I think in general, that might be like decent enough for you to swap mains, yeah. I mean, do it 7 times and it's not a challenge, I would say. That's just do it, and then the title you will get already if you don't die. If no one in the party dies, then you will get the title. I think that is always quite hard to do it in the first day, but if you have some more experienced people and just did it like 7 times already, I feel like it's not too hard to actually get this done and not dying. But we will see. Maybe it's a really challenging fractal. I think the most important thing we will see that is going into the arrow mechanic correctly. You will see that in a second. Yeah, better than doing Lonely Tower 25 times. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. Yeah, but let's see what comes up. I'm not sure if no one wants to join here. Quite sad. I thought maybe more people would like to join and do some fractal CMs. Four times fractal CM Kinfall Reclear. Interesting. What a title. Let's see. Is Rival Heat Chrono still busted? Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. It is like completely insane. Nothing touched. Nothing touched. No, you have a DPS here. Okay, that's okay. Then we will do that. Kinfall. I would say Heal Chronomancer is probably the best healer right now. Overall, yeah, I'm pretty sure this is the case. I think you can send it, Eric. You can send it. I think it should work. Yeah. It should work. So let's see. We need some quick DPS and one DPS player. And then we can finally go for the Fractal CM. I think it's not too hard, but you have to do the mechanics correctly. It's like the mechanics are one-shotting you. So if you don't do the mechanics, we will not succeed. So hopefully this is now a quick DPS. Man, come on. Let me know. Because as soon as I type DPS, no. I don't know, no. Okay. Yeah, it should work. I think it should work. Yeah. Yeah, looks like a good bench. Looks like a good bench. Okay, so thanks for the follow, Rick. Really appreciate it. So let's see what we can actually do in this fractal. I mean, it is a first try. It's like almost a blind playthrough, so don't expect too much. I try my best though, obviously. I did not change anything or deleting anything. It's just my bot that if you're offensive in the chat, it will instantly delete it. So keep that in mind. Have you tried an Elementalist yet? So I have tried some solo build. Yes, it's really good right now. But I will also try some healing Alacrity Tempest. So that will also come. But there are so many things on my to-do list, so we will see how much I can get done in today's stream. So I don't want to be a bear. I guess CC. Let's go for it. And yeah, let's see. I'm alacrity heal. Yep. Thanks for the follow, Cross. Really appreciate it. Let's see how it goes. Go 2 healers. Yeah, maybe we have to go 2 healers, but we can still swap to that later. So we just want to go there and see how it works. If we really have to go for 2 healers, we can still change that, I guess. But right now, I feel like we have to try it first and see how it goes. You know, I don't want to get my experience spoiled by clearing it first try by just going for the meta strat right now. I feel like that's feels a little bit too, I don't know, a little bit boring. We will see. We will see. So this works like everyone has one flame, and as soon as you use it to open the door, you will lose your flame, but you will, so to say, if you stay next to your allies or the ones that still have the flame, you actually are safe. So that's how it works. We need to actually stick together also for the last fight. That's really important. But other than that, I feel like it's very close to normal mode, just more punishing. It's really just the end boss. The end boss is like the important part about this whole fractal. Sadly, I can't use focus pull here because most of the mobs actually have a defiance thing, break bar. So I can't actually provide that. Let's see. I mean, the first part is not that special. I mean, power DPS is king here. So just killing the mobs and being safe with it, being done. Very good. Just trying to stick together, already practicing. And probably, let's see who could go for healing, yeah, after this, if we really need another healer. I feel like Chronomancer has some decent healing output, but it's not the best, so maybe we should go for some kind of, maybe we should go actually for Quickness Herald heal. That would be interesting after that. Yeah, I feel like the last boss, I saw it when other people did it on stream before. I feel like the last boss is really a lot of visual clutter there. So it's really hard to see all this stuff because it's also very bright. So every single attack is quite bright. But I feel like it was. We will see. We will see if it's actually good and very good visible here in my stream. But I think the only thing that really is mattering is like the arrow mechanic. If you do it consistently, then you will be fine, I hope. We will see. I'm excited. I'm excited to see how it goes. It has been quite a long while until we got like since we last got any challenge mod fractal. So, I mean, this is not very special. It's just casting the auto attack. Okay. Okay, almost at the end boss. Very good. So one more room, I think. Have to keep sure that no one gets the debuff. So far, so good. Yeah, I like our DPS. It's good enough. And let's just provide some wounds before we go. No one dies, hopefully, here. That's like the biggest challenge in this challenge mode. For me right now is not dying to the jumping puzzle elements. Looks good so far. Okay, and now we have to do the last interact. One person still has to have it. I think one person is... Did everyone do it? That's not good. Maybe what happened? Do we have to go back? Okay, I guess we have to GG. Interesting. I maybe that's a bug then, because like we did nothing wrong here until we arrived here and we still had no live fire. But okay, let's see. I mean, now we have like at least one person has one. Weird. Very weird. Yeah, that might, I think the last end boss or the end boss does that, but I'm not sure if it's really like. Yeah, okay. Maybe you're right. Maybe it's like one mob and we have to avoid this or something like that. But I feel like that's weird because you can't recover it. Yeah. So let's see how it goes. We will just go in and see how it works because we can't get the title anyway right now. And just the important part is like watch the arrow mechanic. That's like the thing. It's also more for myself that I actually understand that. So this is the mechanic that we need to keep track of. So go up, go up, go up, go up. Nice. Yep. So that's the mechanic that we need to go off. If there is the first attack happening, so this attack where you see there is some kind of pulsing circle coming outwards, there's a shockwave at the ground, you have to jump up using the icicles coming off the ground. If you don't do that, you will die instantly. Let's So let's see how it goes. Chat is always, or writing people in chat is always not the best option to actually explain the mechanics, but we will see. So we also have to stand together, of course. Now we have to go up. A little bit too late. I noticed it, but I think I have to go for swiftness. I'm sorry. Swiftness. Because if I don't have the swiftness relic here, even though we have a herald, I might not have permanent swiftness, and that's like the most important part. Exactly. The important part is like go for, let's say, you have to go very early. If you go too late, you will not make it in time. It's really like very early. Yeah, Faber is really important, I feel like here. Because I also clenched chill here, which is obviously really good. I think that I should have gone to that at the beginning already. So now this is the attack. We have to go out. There we go. Out, out, out. Okay, we only lost one person this time. That's good enough, I guess. This was like, oh, this hurts quite hard. Okay, let's GG again. I guess my group doesn't want to GG yet. I mean, we have to learn that. I mean, I guess at some point. So now we don't want to jump up at the next thing. Go out, go out, go out. Yeah, very good. Only one person died. So this is how it works. It's just if it's not at the bottom, we don't want to go up. If it's, yeah, it's like it's always the same. It's always the same thing. That's the hard part about this fractal. But you only have to go up or down if this attack is really happening. If it's not happening, it doesn't matter. So that's the good part. CC. Yep. You can actually orb here as well. That's the funny thing. Now it's the shockwave. We have to go up. Very good. I think the telegraphing is, in my opinion, not perfect. I think it should be easier to see if you have to go up or not. I feel like I see it in time, but it looks not as easy as it could be, to be honest. And I think just for DPS purposes, I think the best option here is always to not take it because it will decrease your DPS in any way. Now we have to stack, I guess. Sidestep. Yeah, I mean, we can, I guess you don't have to revive up all the time because we will probably not get the kill in that run anyway. But I feel like this is not too bad. It's actually not too bad. So if it's red, you don't go in. If it's not red, you can go in, but you don't have to take it every time. If you're unsure, you can take it every time, but you don't have to. Doesn't feel that bad, to be honest. See if there's some hidden thing here. Go for some C again. It's actually quite a lot of break bar that I need to do here. Now we have to go up again. No, we don't have to go up. Now we have to go up. Sorry. Yeah, it's a little bit weird telegraphing, I have to be honest. Not the biggest fan of the telegraphing. I'm not sure, can I avoid this attack? No, not really. I think this fractal looks really fun. I'm to be honest, I'm a big fan. It's actually not bad. It's just mechanical execution. That's it. It's not too challenging, I would say. It's just... No, don't go in, don't go in. Okay, I guess that's a GG. I don't want to do it alone. Okay, hopefully it's not hard. It's just like you have to understand when to go in and when not to go in. I mean, I was last man standing, I guess. Yeah, I think if the telegraphing is like looking like a normal AoE, it's safe to go in. If it's like some kind of like thorny edge border, it's actually not too bad. I think it's actually not too bad, to be honest. Not too bad. Yeah, Spectre will be really fun. Actually, we got it again. Oh no, that's just the other one. Now we have to go in again. The first one is always going in. So see when it comes. There we go. Didn't use my Continuum split yet. We lost already one player. That's not good. I think it's actually not too bad. Why are people dying here so fast? I personally think it's not too bad. I'm not sure. I have to check if there is actually a new cool ice infusion. Next one, don't go up, please. I already know this is the pattern. Don't go up. No, we lost one again. I feel like people don't see it all the time. That's actually insane to me because it's like the AoE, yes, is a little bit cluttery and stuff, but you can easily see it in my opinion. Okay, so apparently people are revive orb. That's the way to go. So we will just delay the CC here a bit apparently, but I can't out heal that consistently. That's the problem. No, I will go for CC because the problem is we get those buffs here and this is a little bit annoying. Also, this will get some buffs as well for more damage. Yeah, I think that looks quite safe. Don't have to go up. Now we have to go up. Good. No one died. Good. We did it. No one died. First time. Oh, someone died. What? I think this might be a pain to get the title, to be honest. If the party is actually not up to speed with sidestepping, that might be a pain, I have to be honest. Sorry that I can't keep up on chat right now. I just have to be sure that I don't see any visual clutter and or at least can distinguish it. I mean, it looks quite easy to do. Now we do some breakbar damage. I don't want to take it too long here, I have to be honest. So I don't like the sidestepping, or I don't like to be up. I think going, no, don't go. Ah, people, no, don't die on me there. We only 2 people left for the last 28%. Oh, no, no, no. Nice, 3 people. We have to go up again. Nice. We got it. No one died. I'm always happy when no one dies here because I feel like that's not guaranteed with this group. I actually think this is not too hard, to be honest. It's really like this one attack. That's the only thing in this whole fractal that matters. But it's hard to see sometimes, I agree. But it doesn't feel like that punishing. You know, it's just this one attack. That's it. Everything else can be completely ignored. Yeah, last 10%. Very good. There will be probably one more of those things. Maybe not. Sidestep. This is... it's so good. It's really good. I like it. It's so good. I like it actually because it's actually one of the fractals that's like such a, if you can't sidestep it, it's like such a clear tell that you fucked up. It's not your healer's fault. It's just you. It doesn't matter. You did the mistake. It's so good. It's such a clear tell if someone actually did it. Really, really have fun. See you later from. Yeah, I like it a lot. It's really funny. I just type !patch. !patch in the chat. I have that in the patch notes there and also a video about it. Keep that in mind. Thanks for all the follows. Really appreciate it. If you have any questions, please let me know now. I'm back and can read chat again. That was fun. I like it. I like it. I also got almost all of the achievements, obviously, except the one where no one has to die. That was like not there, but I think it's actually quite a fast one. I liked it. I think it's actually, I'm quite happy about it, to be honest. Did I get something? I mean, no, not really. I mean, we could check if there's some kind of... Really, we didn't get unstable fractal essences. I did not check, actually, if we did get that or didn't. I don't know. Interesting. Interesting. There is a title, yes, there is a title, but you will only get the title if you don't die. If no one dies, then you get the title Undying Light. That's a cool title, I guess. But that's it. It's really not too bad. Yes, I will check the rewards. Just give me a second, just right now. Snowdrop, if you want, we can do full fractals, but if you don't, I can do it alone as well, just asking. So let's check. Where's this inventor? I think is it this one? No. I think there's nothing new. No actual rewards? That's good. Challenge mode without any rewards. That's what we like. I think there is no actual skin. Maybe they missed it. Maybe they don't have it yet, but I don't see any new skins or anything here. Yeah, I think that's it. I think if they would give every single fractal a challenge mode, I think that might be a bit over the top with them. Let's say how many extra loot things you could go for. But I feel like it's a little bit sad that there's nothing. No tonic, no infusion. I don't see it. I don't see anything. Maybe it's bugged because we didn't get any reward anyway. But yeah, I didn't see any new rewards. Maybe it's in the fractal vendor. Maybe it's like not in the mistlog because they forgot it. How do you make money with mystic coins? I mean, you can sell them. Mystic coins, you just sell them on the DP and you get some gold back. Yeah, I think for a new player, fractals are really fun place to start. Yeah, fractals are really, really fun. I like it. Yeah, I mean, Winslow, please stop, Winslow. I think the one person is actually already gone. Winslow, don't push it harder, please. We had enough of the discussion already. So maybe here. Yeah, typically I don't mind if people having some discussions in chat, but if it's like annoying other people in chat, I will just time them out. It's not my discussion, so please don't overdo it. Yeah. So let's set up fractal group. So what do we have for instabilities? Nothing too crazy. I mean, it was a nice fractal. I think it was a nice fractal. Not too bad. I mean, I can also look for boon DPS actually. Let's check doing this. Yeah. No, Kinfall is not 100. Kinfall is still 95. It didn't change the level. So 100 CM is still only tower, and Kinfall is just so to say the easiest challenge mode, I think. That's why it's 95. It's like not too much of a change of the mechanics. It's just the one mechanic that's a one shot. That's it. That's really the only thing that you need to do. Learning to sidestep. I actually like it. That's good. That's good then. Don't worry, Winslow. I mean, you're a long-term viewer, so I know that it's not like something problematic, but please don't offend. I don't want to have any offensive people in chat, so please be nice to each other, civilized. We are a happy stream here. We don't want to have any toxic discussions. That's maybe on other streams, but not here. Yeah. So I think this is I actually think this is one of my favorite challenge modes because it's like not too over the top with the mechanics. It's really down to the ground. Sorry for the pun here, but I feel like it's not too punishing. If you do one mechanic, you will kill the boss. That's it. And if you look, for example, like Lonely Tower has like 10 mechanics that you have to deal with, and then you will kill the boss. So I feel like this is somewhat very good to start out with CMs. I actually liked it. I think this is like a decent spot to start out with fractal CMs. So, do we get here? It fits perfectly since it's the introductory CM at 95. Exactly. I think that's what they were aiming for, and that's one of the first times that ANET actually hit the benchmark perfectly. Yeah. Yeah, I like it a lot. It's a nice fractal. I wouldn't say it's like the best fractal they ever made, but I think it's very good as an introductory challenge mode. I actually think so. Yeah. We can go that. And let's do some fractals. Yeah, nice. As always, if you have any questions, any comments, any feedback, please let me know. I'm always happy to debate some stuff. I have some crazy cool build ideas, so we will try out later. Maybe tomorrow we will see. I really want to try a heal mirage. I think that will be really fun. I'm not sure if that will be absolutely crazy good, but it will be a fun build for sure. So the thing is that they changed. This is now, holy shit, 8 seconds of alacrity on ambush. With this healing power setup. That's actually crazy. 8 seconds. It's crazy. I mean, you can play like any build there and get the ambush. Healing Mirage. Yes, that's what we want, Kyler. Exactly. I think this is like 8 seconds. That's insane. This is insane. That's insane. The fact that have a one-shot mechanic can be problematic though. Yeah, I feel like the problem is if they don't put a one-shot mechanic in a new fractal, the power creep with the healers is like so over the top that you will not be punished for it. That's the problem. If you don't one-shot people, you will just heal back up. So they are in some kind of bad situation right now. The power creep is insane. So you have to put new, so to say, one-shot mechanics in new fractals and new encounters. Otherwise, you can't just out heal it. It's just like Bone Skinner. That's a problem. That's a big problem. Thanks, Barish. Really appreciate it. But what is the cool looking armor set at level 30 as a non-guardian? I'm sorry. I don't know that by heart. I'm sorry. Maybe check out the wiki. Yeah. Scepter, Alacrity, DPS Mirage? I guess. I mean, you could play. You could also play some Power Mirage with Ambush. You know, Ambush is actually used on every single Mirage build. You know, if you play PvE, you use Ambush all the time. So it's like 480 radius with Alacrity. I mean, a power build with no boon duration would probably be a little bit like you spam a lot of your ambushes, whereas like some boon duration in the kit, like I have, is like really easy to upkeep permanent Alacrity. It's actually crazy. It's like, bam, 8 seconds in a like, and then you have Vigor on there. It's crazy. It's really good. I guess percentage-based damage could also be true, but the problem is we had that with Veil Guardian, you know? Veil Guardian has percentage-based damage, and you still out-heal it because it's not one-shotting you. So you can deny it with Barrier, you can out-heal it, you can just, that's the problem. I guess you're right, that would be a middle ground, but I'm not sure if that would be enough to actually out-power creep the power creep, so to say. I'm not sure. Yeah, you have 4 because I don't have any, I have a lot of boon duration on this build, so I'm just changing builds all the time. Yeah. I don't play any other games on stream, but Caster, if you have any good ideas what is actually interesting to a lot of people here in chat as well, then I will try that out as well. Don't worry. I just started the game, so I'm hella confused, but I'm grinding the level and clearing mobs and all. Don't worry, Sparish. If you have any questions, let me know. You can also join our Discord server. We have some nice community and you can answer questions there as well. Or just check out my YouTube channel where I have a lot of nice videos about new players, veterans, whatever, content for everyone. So be sure to check that out as well. But enjoy the game. That's the important part, like Dominico puts it. It's really like very important. It's really, really important to just enjoy the game, enjoy the road that you have ahead. The journey is the most important part about leveling and just getting into the game. Really, really, it's so important. Install my boons. So I still don't know which boon I get, but I guess I will see depending on what kind of build the Reaper swaps to. So we will see. I'm a little bit scared when people say boon DPS and don't play any boon spec. That's always a little bit scary, I have to be honest. So what should be Engineer's first elite spec for new players? Mechanist. I would definitely go for Mechanist. Mechanist is the way to go. It's really, really good. Really easy to play. So let's see what we get. Let's see what we get for boon. How should beginners start with fractals? Because I have a really hard time to finish the most of the runs. I would say you have to start slowly by tier 1 fractals, so 1 to 25 level, and then you just learn them encounters, and when you get better, then you can slowly increase your fractal level, agony level, and then go to tier 4, tier 2 fractals, tier 3. What? That's interesting. Interesting. I'm Surma. I'm Surma. That's my name. the hub place. I mean, in the hub place, you get some nice stuff as well. That's true. But you mean you can get a lot of stuff from the trading post. So just going to the trading post, Paul, you can actually get a lot of stuff here as well. Surma, I can type it in chat. But that's also, you know, that's just my. That's how I'm called. What's going on? You still miss one person. Where's this guy? Interesting. Shining Star. What is going on? This player, I'm not sure if they are actually aware of how to do this. What is going on here? So this player apparently is dedicated boon DPS on a Reaper, which is obviously, what is going on? What are they doing? What? It just jumped down and die. Maybe they have legs? What? No, this is my nickname. This is my nickname. I don't know what they are doing here. Crazy. Yes, as Filthy puts it, Summer is a star on the night sky. I found it a nice name. Don't know what it is. That's interesting. Okay, good. They left on their own. That's good. So now we need a boon DPS. Maybe someone else can fill the role. Let's check. Yeah, they are farming deaths. It's actually insane. They were just jumping down. I don't know if they ever did the fractal, if they are really having some bugs or internet issues. I don't know, but that sounds horrible. Yeah, it's also a company, but it's not mine. So I don't take any sponsorships there or something. So yeah. Yeah. Yes, I'm European. That's correct. But I mean, there could be Europeans that are called Keith. You know, that could be the case. That could be the case. Yeah, skill issue. Maybe they didn't open the glider. That could also be. But then why would they join some kind of 8K group here? Because that's like never did the fractal, even in normal mode. That's actually insane. But sounds crazy. I have DPS and I have boons occasionally. I definitely a boon DPS. Yeah, I think that's actually that is like some people would actually expect that. But the problem is like if you join a group and you read the look at the LFG. It's like so many abbreviations and it's so hard for new player to actually understand what the problem is that I don't know. Seems crazy to get into that. I guess if you know what boon DPS is or BDPS, what that means, then you should probably also know that it's quickness on alacrity. But I feel like that's not. No one explains it. I can see that. Yeah. Keith is the worst name. I don't know. I actually don't know. Kante. Yeah, I mean, could also. Yeah, maybe. Yeah, that's. I don't know what's going on actually. We just need one more person, but no one is willing to join. So sad. Waiting forever. Classic Guild Wars 2 PvE experience. You know, you wait for support forever, and you as soon as you open for DPS, you know, it's like instantly filled. Greatsword Spear is really good for Virtuoso, but you can also go for Spear, Dagger, Sword, or you can even go for Dagger, Sword, and Greatsword. So there are 3 options there. All of those 3 are actually quite good. Yes, I'm from Germany. That is correct. Sorry if you notice the accent, but I'm trying my best. Okay, we have alacrity DPS, so let's go for quickness then. That would be an interesting YouTube video about a name tier list. There are so many names out there, but I guess you could make a pre-selection and then it's actually quite fun, I guess. That sounds true. Yeah. What support do you suggest that's semi-low intensity for first T4 Fractal? So I personally think Chronomancer is a really good starting point because it's so overpowered that you don't really care too much. That you just have to press your shatters and your rival skills and you will be fine. If you want to go a little bit like even lower intensity, I think you can go low intensity Alacrity Heal Willbender. I have a bit guide about that on my YouTube channel as well. This is really low intensity, just spamming like the F2 and the auto attack. That's it. And I think the Heal Squatch with Staff is actually quite good as well after the patch. I will do a build guide about it as well. And the last option may be Heal Vindicator, but I feel like Heal Vindicator is a little bit too experimental right now. We will see. Nice. That's good that you understand me. That's the most important part. So after 10 minutes of waiting, maybe we get now the final player and we can start here. Oh my god. Oh my god. 500 for the swimsuit. That sounds crazy. So I'm quickness. Yes, I'm quickness. Very good. Okay, I guess everyone is ready. Let's go. Let's go. Nice boons. 22 seconds of quickness. That's what we like without a target. That sounds good. Okay. And my favorite fractal of all time. Let's do this all the time. I don't have a video about group composition yet, but I started, if you didn't notice, a series about fractal CMs, but also other CMs coming up, where I talk always about group composition as well, if it does matter. And the important part is I will do a video dedicated to only group composition for raids and stuff as well. But right now I'm a little bit focused on new build guides because the new builds, coming up with this patch. But I will do that quite soon as well. Don't worry. Like I said, my to-do list is like insanely long. So, okay, hopefully you are a little bit patient because I can't fulfill everyone's wish in the first day or after you mention it. I try my best. There will be something coming up, don't worry. Nice, give some boons. Yeah, see you, Domenico, see you. Hopefully you come later. Come back again later. That was close. Yes, that's a good point. Yeah, fractal skips and that kind of stuff is always good. I mentioned that, I mean, the CMs don't have that much like skips and stuff, but for the normal modes, I think going for skips is like a good thing for sure, and showcasing this as well. Yeah, you will see that later, I guess. Yeah. Yes, PvP is completely equalized. So as long as you have the expansion to unlock to get the gear and the relics and stuff that you need to unlock, not the gear, but the relics and how is the last thing called? How is it called? That you have I don't have my thing. Oh my god. I hate that when that happens. Why can I not teleport? It's so weird. The classic. Yeah, so the gear is equalized. You just need the elite specs. That's what I want to play. So the elite specs, if you get the elite specs for a specific profession, you can play every build the same gear. It's just skill dependent in PvP. It's really like that the only thing that matters here. Again, I have another one. Okay, I guess now I can actually kill it. Is that a GG or what? Now we have Snowdrop is back. That's good. Classic silent surf. Oh, nice. Everyone is back. I'll come back and can heal you in a second. Just that's a scuffed run already. Let's see how long we can make it work. I mean, I can try to kill this guy as well. Now that I have one more. No. Oh, I hate it. It's such a weird thing. I think this fractal is so buggy sometimes. It's actually crazy. It's fine. At least the DPS will have an easier time later, I guess. I guess that's fine. Okay. So how do you like the patch right now? Do you enjoy doing some new builds or not? Oh my god, I think that's a vibe. That's not good. No one can go in there. Yeah, that's not good. That's the problem. If everyone dies and resurrects, that's not enough. Yeah, I mean, I did see it, but I was not dead and I couldn't go there because I don't have the thing here. That's the problem. This fractal is so buggy. If people die all the time, it's not good. It's really not. But it's fine. Let's go. Classic. Classic. I see many using Greatsword, Sword Dagger on Reaper, and other use Greatsword Staff. Any recommendation for a power build? I think both of them are completely fine. You should go for the one that you enjoy more because it's like both have their value to be used. So I would say typically as a Power Reaper, you would use Greatsword Spear if you want to have the absolute meta build, if you have access to Chanter Wilds and Spear. If you don't have that, then Greatsword and probably Dagger is my recommendation, I would say, just because it's like the safest option for Life Force generation. And that's what you actually want to have on a Reaper all the time. Just spamming your Shroud all the time, it's just auto-taking Shroud and on Dagger, then you will get a lot of damage. Mm. Blame the healer? Yeah. Always blame the healer. That's what you need to do. I mean, I actually don't know if I could have solved that. Maybe there is some kind of fix to this bug, but I mean, I didn't have the charge, so I don't know how to get to the platform. That's the problem. Yeah. Nice. You bought it. Yeah, I mean, I think a lot of people invest money into the swimsuits, I guess. I mean, it's an investment without any payback. At least if you are into skins, you get the skin. But yeah, I would say ArenaNet made a good decision to make it as expensive as it is because people will still buy it, the swimsuits. It's crazy. It's crazy. It's a lot of gold. It's over 500 gold right now if you convert it. It's a lot of gold. It's like a quarter or maybe even a third, depending on which legendary you're going for. It's actually a lot. So, yeah. Quite a big investment for those skins. Did I get it? No, I didn't. Interesting. Yeah, ArenaNet is like pushing out like the really big things to get the money to finance the next expansion and maybe the unannounced project in the background. It's really like the last possible thing to do for them. Get out new skins that everyone has to cash out. Now it's me. No. Yes. I mean, good night, caster. See you. Thanks for joining. With some boons again. They just paid for this patch development with the swimsuit release? I think so, yeah. I think actually that's like the biggest selling feature since Chanter Wilds came out. Yeah, that's insane and probably true. It was fully funded by invisible slippers being added to Gemster for 2k gems. Yeah, something like that. I mean, the really, you know, the foot fetish and that kind of stuff, people, and the swimsuits, you know, there are so many weird players that really go crazy in the gem store for that kind of stuff. Yeah, I think that's actually not unlikely. So wait here. Yeah, you save your way. Yeah, I mean, to some websites. Yeah, I guess that's a good point. Yeah, that can be an argument. So if you see it like that, maybe you save some money. You know, if you would spend it anyway on some other point there. Yeah, I guess. Good way to see it. I like it. Very good. Hope you sleep well, Caster. Hope you sleep well. Really, you got the invisible cats? That's good. That's good. I think I don't have that. That sounds like a thing to get at some point. Nice. So hopefully this time no one dies and nothing bugs out and we can finally get the boss here. Nice. No one get the tether. That's good. Oh, that was like not good, but okay. And it will think of tail fetish people. I'm not sure. I think there are already char in there, so I guess people could watch char all day if they wanted. I'm not sure, Filthy. Maybe you are someone of those people that want to see that, but that's not a good spot. What? What? Did you see? I looked this way. What? How did that kill me? That's the first time in like 10 years that I died to this attack, but I was looking in this direction, like there. What? This boss is so weird. Yeah, KW for sure. What? I was looking away. The boss said, no, you die this time. Okay. Okay, I guess. Yeah, I mean, cape skin would be interesting if you can get some tail for Asura or some tail for humans. I mean, people would enjoy that, I guess. Simmer, what DPS CM builds do you recommend for high ping players? I would say probably Dragon Hunter for power fractals or Scrapper. Those two would probably be my pick there. And for Condi fractals, I would go Condi Virtuoso. I think those two are the safest to play without having the best ping. I personally think so. That was a scuffed run. Hopefully we can get the next fractals a little bit easier. That was like way too scuffed to my liking. Yeah, maybe the new, you're right, maybe the new legendary backpack can be like a tail. I think it looks actually like a tail. I guess that's a good point. Yeah, could be. Yeah, you can see that. Maybe it was the experiment and then they say, now we got the confirmation people went for the legendary backpack. Now we can put something like that in the gem store and they will actually go crazy on it. Maybe that's the way to do it. Yeah. I always have to detarget the boss and take my hands off the mouse. Yeah, I did do that as well with the detargeting, but there I was like, I was not looking in the direction there. And I was not looking in two of the directions either. So it was like insane. I don't know. This is like really weird that I got one shot there. Really weird. There is a tail. Nice. Very good. Would be nice if there would be an in-game hint on each changed skill for like a week after the patch, too lazy to check. I mean, that would be interesting. I mean, you can watch my video, Kyla, you know, my update video about the patch. It's like, I tried to be really concise there. So maybe that's something for you. But I can see why you would say this is like a little bit annoying. But I feel like for most players, like 95% of the community, it does not matter. This is like the really weird part. 95% of the community should not care about the balance patch because the balance patch doesn't change any of their builds in a way that they can't play it anymore. It's really like only the tryhard people in all the game modes should care about it because all the others can easily play the old builds. Of course, they can care, but they don't have to. So that means that if they would put in a feature like that, Kyla, only a small percentage of the player base actually would value that because most players just play the game anyway. They don't care about the small changes to like 1 second of boons change or something like that. So I see where you're going, and I would agree with you that this would be a cool thing to do. but I think it's not, sadly, not that necessary. Nice. Hopefully we have enough DPS. Let's see, let's see, let's see. What would you recommend for a gamer dad with not the best reflexes for Puck Fractals, Condi or Power Necro? I would go, if you just go for normal tier 4 Fractals, I would go for my low intensity Reaper build actually. This is like insane. I have that on my YouTube channel. Just type !builds and then there is a link to it. It's really, really good. It's so good. It has so much DPS. You just press auto attack and your Power Reaper, it's really good in Fractals. It's just perfect build. It's really, really good. I can recommend it highly. The new Fractal was really fun. The new Fractal is a kinfoil Fractal. It's like some kind of snowy area and stuff. I like it a lot. It is not the best Fractal, but the challenge mode is, in my opinion, quite easy, but it's a step up from all the normal modes. So it's very good introduction to people that actually just want to get into Fractal CMs. I'm a big fan of it. It's a really good decision, in my opinion. Interesting. Give some stability. Someone did a very interesting meteor, I have to be honest. It was a very last minute CC, but that's okay. Hopefully we have... I'm solo CCing this boss. It's actually crazy. 51.8k CC on this boss. Chrono is quite good. Yeah, that's why I always play Chrono and Fractals, because that's like, which other class has so much CC, so much boon output, and can just carry people through this Fractal. It's absolutely insane. Yeah, so the new Fractal, I like it a lot. I think it's not the best Fractal, also not the best challenge mode, but for someone that wants to get into CMs, I think this is like very good. Very, very good, actually. If you stand there, what is going on? Like it says, it should be balanced, not destroy specs. So in terms, you shouldn't care that much. Exactly. I think that's a good thing. But the thing that I mentioned in one of my recent videos is that I'm a little bit concerned about, and I'm not joking here, is did you count how many nerfs are in this balance patch? I would say the amount of nerfs that we got in this balance patch is like below 10. I think it's below 10. What does that mean? That most... Snowdrop, don't run away. What are you doing, guys? If you're standing like left and right, I can't heal you. That's insane. That's like not a very good group. Chaotic group. Now we can't get the skip anyway. I'm not sure if that's like... No, don't CC yet. I think we have to go for the second water phase again. That's not good. That's not good. I'm not sure if people have enough DPS to skip that. No. Yeah, I feel like the ideal way would be that you would just buff stuff that is underused, but don't buff it above a certain level. But the problem is right now that the balance patches seem like they will buff stuff over the top, and you just have a permanent increase. You know, you don't buff or nerf stuff that is actually underperforming, but you buff. It's just going over the top. Yeah, I just expected that people are just too greedy on the DPS here. It's fine. We got the challenge mode. It was like so scuffed, so scuffed. That's insane, but we did it. I'm currently playing Mesmer, and this is like Chronomancer Elite spec. So it's like supporting right now. All about support, boons, heals, all that kind of stuff. Maybe they are trying to make it to where all DPS checks in the game will be free with auto attacks only. I really feel like the problem, that's what we mentioned earlier, is I don't care if everyone can kill raid bosses now because it's power creep. I really don't. I think the problem is for new content that we get in the game. The problem is for the new content, that the new content is like the new Fractal, yeah, where you have a new boss that needs to have some one-shots in there. Otherwise, the power creep is too much, and the Fractal will be very easy for everyone. If you put some power creep in terms of mechanics in there that will one-shot you, that are just not able to be denied any other way than just dealing with the mechanic correctly, then people have to engage with it, and then it might get challenging. It will not be challenging for people if it's just crazy healing check or something, because people will use overpowered builds like Chronomancer, like all the other builds, and you don't care about it anymore. So that's the big problem here. That's really the thing why I would say oh my god, guys. It's like they are really trolling to the maximum in this group. Yeah, but I feel like the power creep in that sense is a problem, in my opinion. Not that it exists. I think, yeah, I don't care. I actually like to play overpowered builds. Wouldn't you expect that? I like that. It's really fun to play those builds. But just the balancing and the design of new encounters seems like really bad. And the old content, even though we don't have any vertical progression in the game, seems like it's not like... Oh. It's like only me CCing. It's actually crazy. But yeah, new content has to have those power creep in the design already. Have to remember that all the time. That's not a good thing. That's not a good thing for sure. Nice. Some people did a little bit of CC. A little bit. You guys are trolling so hard. It's actually not even funny. I can't get this CC here. But like I said, I think in an ideal world, you would have a perfect spot of DPS, and all the DPS builds would have been in a similar spot of balance. Only the DPS builds that have range advantage would have lower DPS. Builds that have crazy good burst damage would also have a lower DPS in the long run. Stuff like that should be like how they should be balanced. But ArenaNet doesn't really care at this point. They just buff stuff and don't really care about the balance in comparison to other things at this point, I feel like. It's really like, it seems like they are just wanting to get the players to play the game, have fun with the new balance, but it's not really about balance, but it's more about getting stuff that is underused to be played, which is good for me. I like that as a content creator, but I think in an ideal world, that's not how you would balance. That's my take. That's just my take. Okay, so I guess we're now in the power fractals. With Vigor, I like that specific classes are best at specific bosses. Yeah, that would be really cool. That would be like very good balancing if that would be taken into account as well. But I feel like, especially nowadays with the homogenization of healers and stuff, it feels like really sad, because it's like, for example, the heal Scourge was really good at resurrecting people. So you would take it at Bone Skinner. But now it feels like a very generic healer, which is really good, but it's not very good at healing anymore in downstate. That is. So I feel like in general, that would be really cool. I agree with you, but I'm not sure if that's like the way they are going, the direction they are going. With Vigor, 50% of stamina, bar regeneration, 6.6 seconds. So if your alacrity on Mirage Mantle is above, it's easy 100% uptime within range. Yes, very easy. Yeah, it's really, this will be insane. It's very easy to upkeep that stuff, and it's really good. I think a lot of the people here in chat actually got it already. The new outfit. Yeah. Means the tryhards have to perfect every class rotation to fully optimize rates and stuff. Yeah, I think that would be really fun if that's the case. But sadly, I feel like a lot of classes are just very completely interchangeable nowadays. It feels like your class that you play is just a terms of like, how can I say? It feels like it's a very, how can I say? Just a personal choice at this point. It's not really like you care too much about it. You just play the class that you enjoy the most, but the damage will be the same, the utility will be mostly the same. It's really not about playing a class in this particular boss fight because it is extremely good there, and in the next boss fight it's quite bad. Sadly, that's not really, for most fights, it's not really the case. That's the sad truth here. Oh, nice. We got an insta launch here. Very good. I feel like you're right. In some tryhard scenarios, that is still the case. But did we lose our warrior? What happened? Interesting. But yeah, I feel like that's just my opinion. You know? Maybe I'm wrong there. Maybe people completely see that differently. But I think balancing is this thing. I think that's really weird. I'm not sure what the warrior did with core DPS warrior. I mean, it's actually playable. Don't get me. I actually am not joking. This is a build that is actually playable. But I'm not sure if that's what they were going for. I'm pretty sure they just had some kind of DC or something and swapped wrong build templates or something like that. I can't imagine that they were actually going for core warrior here. But I mean, like I said, you could play that actually. It's not too bad. Yeah, it's a based fractal run. That much is for sure. We have like insane fractal guys here. You saw that in the last few fractals. You know, they were just dying left and right, me included. It looked like he was top DPS before he died, but it was, yeah. I mean, I don't even look at the DPS if I'm not DPS, because I just want to keep the people alive and provide them boons, you know. But I think you're right. I think the DPS was actually quite high. Like I said, the core warrior is actually playable as a DPS. It is playable. It's a little bit sad that we lost the DPS here, but what can you do? You can still skip most of the stuff, I hope. Nice. We did it. Good job. That was like a pain. They were purposefully trolling the break bar so they get to fight the boss for longer. They enjoy fractals that much. Oh no. I don't like that. I don't like that. I think trolling in if you're alone, you can troll as much as you want. But if you are in a party and you are pugging, I think always be nice and civilized. Don't troll on purpose. That's not something that you want, because I think trolling is also toxic behavior. It can be fun for you, but you don't know how the other people feel about it, and I feel like that's a big problem. So I'm always someone that advocates being nice and civilized in parties, that you are not knowing the people. So if you're like in a full guild group, yeah, sure, okay, you can do that if you're funny and stuff, and they accept that, but don't do it with other people that are not very known to you, because it just, you know, it's not nice of you to do that. You want to have people playing the game. You don't want to be toxic to each other. Only troll the homies, exactly. Nice. So now we got a Spellbreaker. Very good. Okay, Wall of Reflection. Yeah, I guess then I don't need to take feedback. Sounds okay. Okay to me. What else of fractals do we have to do today? Underground and Urban Battleground. Okay, that's okay. They are not too bad. At least it's not aquatic. I'm always like, if it's aquatic, I feel like, oh my god, I don't like aquatic. It's actually not that bad from the time that you spent there, but I feel like it's just not that fun. I think sometimes World vs. World is in a bad spot, and I feel like right now for me it's the same. I don't know if it's they are really sometimes spawn camping us. That's really bad. So I just don't play then. I just don't play World vs. World. It's really like that easy or that. Yeah, I just think World vs. World right now is very hit or miss. And I don't like that design. But oh no, it's me. Yeah, our matchup is really bad. It's like we get stomped all the time, and it's like the second week in a row, I feel like. And it really like sometimes when I play at prime time and go into World vs. World for roaming, I like get a camp and I'm shortly before capturing it, and then 10 people engage on me. They just waited for me to capture the camp. It's like feels so bad. So roaming right now is like not good, and I feel like there is not a lot of circs going on either. It's just not good. Welcome, Ahmed. Welcome, welcome. And I feel like that's a big problem of the current, how is it called? Alliance system. I feel like the alliance system does not really promote playing. Like, if you're not in a guild, I feel like it feels a World vs. World dedicated guild, I mean, there. It feels like it's not the best thing to play World vs. World, because it feels like very hit or miss, like I said, and that can be a really bad thing in terms of just, I don't know. I want to have fun all the time, but I don't want to be committed to a full guild action. Yeah, and a lot of people engage with World vs. World like that. Yeah, a lot of people do that. So I feel like the casual audience gets quite hard punished by that. Maybe that's my take. Maybe I am a little bit biased here because of my experience in that regard, but I feel like a lot of people have that. Yeah. I think you are right there, Kevin. I think I know what guild. I played a lot of World versus World. I played with a lot of. I played some guilds stuff, and I know. Just talking, a lot of people want to play the game mode, going in casually, just joining a commander tech that is randomly running on the server and following it. They don't want to engage in some kind of crazy third-party Discord server and talking to people all the time. I think a lot of people that play Guild Wars 2 want to play the game solo without much investment in third-party tools. Yeah, and the alliance system does not allow that much, and that's a problem. Beforehand, we had that. That's the problem. That's really the problem. And I feel like in an ideal world, you should have both, but even if you join a World versus World guild, you could go in a bad matchup. But the chances of that is a little bit lower because you at least have some people to actually fight with you that you know that will just empower you and that kind of stuff. But I feel like for the casual World versus World gamer, the alliance system is a little bit less, just a little bit less good. That's the problem. It does not feel that it's like absolutely insane in terms of what it brings to the table. It's Core Warrior time again. Nice. Let's see how it does. Core Warrior. Okay, it's me. It's good. Yeah, World vs. World, in my opinion, is the best game mode in Guild Wars 2. I'm not joking. I think Guild Wars 2, if it would be fully focused on World vs. World, I think it would be the crazy good selling game that it should be. It sadly is not, because it's not marketing it that well, and it's just not like, as a lot of people don't know about World versus World in that way. And that's a little bit sad because it's a very unique thing. Not a lot of games have something like that. I would say not any game has that in that regard. So it is legal to use Blizzard, yes. At least if you use the legal add-ons. There might be some that are not legal, but the ones that are legal, Blizzard is fine, yes. Yeah, but I think the marketing for World versus World is over. You can't do that anymore. And I feel like that's a little bit sad because it would be such a good game mode. It could have so much potential. Yeah. I don't know. I feel like Zerging could be extremely good. I think a lot of people like to play in a Zerg. I really think so. I wouldn't say it's the best thing all the time, but I'm saying this really big Zerg fights, people might enjoy that. And it's a very unique thing, you know? People like that in the open world in Guild Wars 2, so why not make some kind of PvP game mode out of it? Blizzard doesn't read any game data as far as I know. I think it's just an overlay, and I think it's just reading your API if you want that. Yeah. ArcDPS is reading the game data, but it's allowed. It's the only add-on that is allowed, actually, that uses, so to say, in-game data. Yeah. Before my break 6 years ago, it was all about Zerg. Now it's all about Zerg. Yeah, I mean, it didn't change much. Yeah, World versus World is almost the same. Yeah, that's true. But that doesn't mean it's like a bad game mode. I'm just saying it's not for everyone. That much. I hate that when that happens. That everything happens at once. Yeah, but I can see why you don't like Zerging. I can see that. But I think the majority of players actually enjoy that about World vs. World. I think not a lot of people are actually playing World vs. World for roaming only. It's really the big amount of players are playing because of the Zerg action. That might be true that you don't enjoy it, but I think a big part of the community likes the Zerging. Otherwise, they wouldn't play it because it's still alive. That's it. It's one of I think it's the second biggest game mode after PvE. Yeah, PvP, GVG, and that kind of stuff is way lower. Raiding is way lower. It's just PvP open world. That's why it's so active. I mean, you accomplish nothing. I mean, it depends. You have fun. That's at least if you kill other people, that could be fun to some. So that's the argument there. I decided to go for World vs. World tickets to make legendary armor, but I can't even finish weeklies. Yeah, that feels bad. Maybe you have to join some kind of World vs. World guild, because ours is sadly not World vs. World focused. But I feel like the biggest thing is just getting the tickets from the pips. So that's the thing that you should go for. So going for the pips, going for full rewards, going for a diamond chest every week rather, then you will get decent amount of tickets. You don't have to go for the weekly. But of course, you're right. The weekly helps you getting more tickets. Could you jump on a DPS Condit Renegade if you have one? I think they buffed him immensely, but I'm not sure of the rotation anymore. So I have to check that out first myself. I will try that. I will probably also make a video about it if it's really buffed, because it's like, I really like Condi Renegade. It's one of my favorite Condi DPS builds ever, but I don't have it right now. So I will keep you updated. Maybe I will do it next stream, or maybe I will do it just before. Let's say next week or something, I will release a video. Let's see if it's really immensely buffed. We will see. But I really will check out all the builds that we have, so to say. And oh my god. Sorry. It was at least. I had no quickness. What's a good subclass for Guardian to do open world? I would say Willbender. Willbender is the best for that. Yeah. I actually didn't see it either. That's why I did not mention it. But maybe someone has some inside news there. I didn't see that Renegade got changed too much, actually. I think Renegade is exactly the same as before. But maybe I missed something. I don't want to be sure about anything here. EBG. Oh, that looks like not a good thing. Yeah. Not good. Yes, not good. Some camps. Some camps are ours. That's it. Yeah, the Dark Aura change. Maybe you're right. Maybe the Dark Aura change helps Renegade. Maybe. But I feel like most of the builds would still run the old stuff. So I'm not completely sure, actually. Just go here. I heal you. They added Torment to 2 Demon Legend skills and some tweaks on the traits. Yeah, I guess you're right. Maybe that helps enough to actually bring it back. I really would like that, because that's one of my favorite builds, like I said. And I will do a build guide then very soon about it if it's really like that high in DPS. Yes. Coming soon. But like I said, my to-do list is like insanely long. I try to put out as many videos as I can. You see that on my YouTube channel. I have like daily uploads at least. But it's, at some point you reach a limit. You can't do that and have a full-time job at the same time. It's like, I try my best, but yeah, at some point you reach a limit. And I first of all have also to research the builds and train them and stuff. I can't do a build guide about every build just by heart without checking any things before. Yeah. So don't worry, will come out, but not today. Yes. Do you really feel like I beat that guy? Or as you said, it killed that guy in a circ? Do you have numbers percentage-wise? How many do PvE and how many do World vs. World? I think the gap is huge. Yeah, I guess the gap is quite big, but ArenaNet never shares any player numbers. I really don't know. I think this is like a really interesting debate, but I can't tell you anything about it. It should be done with some developer or someone that has more insight. I just know that raiding is, for example, way less popular than PvP. And PvP is not very popular, and they said their cornerstone game mode is World vs. World. Okay, that's a statement to make. I just don't want, I can't engage with that argument if it's like no one plays World vs. World surging. I don't know how much of player percentage is actually engaging with that. I really don't know. Would be very interesting to see the numbers there, but I feel like they will never share that. They don't want to get into some kind of situation where they say, okay, our game is not active anymore and people don't play it anymore and don't join anymore because they see the player numbers. So yeah, I love my Renegade. Looking forward for that. What you find? Yeah. I will do a really. I did one of my first build guides on my YouTube channel was a Renegade video, Condi Renegade, but it was a while since I did that, obviously, and I wanted to come back to that when it gets buffed. So maybe now the time is right for that. Yeah, I actually expect the same. You know, I would have been more hyped about it and probably also aware of it if I expected of a big change, but I feel like it's not the case. I really don't think so. But we will see. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe you're right. Maybe it's a big buff to it. Would be really cool. I would like it. Yeah, I get it. I got what you're saying. Just saying, for me, I play the game for fun. I don't engage with content that I don't like. And if everyone else would do that, I think the game would be really fun and no one would be toxic, hopefully, because it's really like if you be maybe I'm a little bit too naive there, but I feel like if everyone plays the game modes that they enjoy and just want to have fun and stuff together, then the game would be better off if you had people that are just toxic because they don't engage with content just for the rewards. That's never a good thing. So yeah. But maybe I'm a little bit too naive there, too idealistic. The next video topic. So let me think. The next video topic will be, I think, some Tempest build guide coming tomorrow. But I have like so many builds planned and set up to release and stuff like that. So it's like my list is like I have typically played so many videos already planned ahead that it's like it takes a while, yeah, to come up with the next video topic that will come up tomorrow. We will see. You will have to see it tomorrow at the YouTube channel release, yeah. Yeah, I was waiting for the Tempest video quite a while. I really wanted to see the buff in action. That's the main thing here. I really think the buff was amazing. Or the change to alacrity and stuff. I think that's like a really... I actually haven't played much Renegade lately, but I was considering playing Condi Renegade and might have to play Condi DD instead, though, if that's strong as it looks like. Yeah, I feel like that might be the case. I'm not sure if Condi Renegade is like really coming back. I feel like the build is really fun to play. I'm not sure if a lot of people would play it over other Condi builds though, because like other Condi builds have some crazy numbers as well. So maybe people that want to have more fun than the high DPS numbers, but apparently if you can play multiple builds, typically you play the one that has the highest DPS. That's the sad truth. But maybe I'm wrong there. Maybe I'm wrong. I'm still on Faber Relic, I remember. To change that later. The toxicity that people claim exists in Guild Wars 2 is largely exaggerated. It's way more welcoming than other MMOs. I mean, I don't know about that. I don't encounter that much toxicity because I'm a positive guy, and as soon as someone is toxic to me, I just ignore them for the most part. But if you are very easily offended, I think especially PvP has some offensive things, but most of the time I think Guild Wars 2 is like not that toxic at all. I think it's quite friendly actually towards new players. So I think Guild Wars 2 is in a good spot in that regard. I think the community is quite friendly and new player friendly especially. Which class and spec would you choose that has a decent ranged option? In endgame content and open world? I think Virtuoso is really good, I would say. Condi and Power both have really good ranged options. Yeah, I would say those two are really good options. They have solo guides about them as well, and you can easily play them in group content as well. It's like a really good, just all-around build for PvE. Yeah, that would be my suggestion, I guess. Staff on heal Scourge is really nice. Just having 3 stacks of stability on 5 is amazing. Yeah, I agree. I think that's like really, really good, but that's not the only thing. You also have healing now. Very consistent healing. I think that's also very good because that was a little bit missing before. Now you have consistent healing and have a lot of regeneration and stuff. It's like a really, really good. Yeah. Our good lads over at the C Discord also said Condi Renegade is likely unchanged. Yeah, I think so. Yeah. We have a great community. I think so. I think toxicity in PvP in Guild Wars 2 in ranked might be at the higher. I mean, it doesn't really matter. In most situations, it might be there to some extent. But if you like ignore those people, there's always in PvP. That's the problem. Every single PvP game has some kind of toxicity. That's just straight up the case, and that's not good. I don't want to say it's good. I'm just saying that is often the case, and that doesn't mean that it's like, what can I say? That should not discourage you from playing PvP. If you enjoy the combat, if you enjoy PvP, go for it. Even if there might be some people that are offending you or just in general toxic. That's just there. No, we did only use one healer and we were completely fine. Actually, I think this fractal is like very easy to play. It's the easiest challenge mod, El Charlatan. I think it's actually, I like it a lot because it proves that you have to do the mechanics, and if you do the mechanics correctly, which is the only one, which is the shockwave mechanic, that you go up the or stay down depending on if the shockwave is in the air or on the ground, then it's very easy. Then it's really, the fractal is like completely easy. You don't need a second healer. I did not feel that pressure to go for a second healer. I mean, maybe it's because I was the healer and I did not, let's say, have that high expectation of my group, so I played it really safe. But for the most part, it was like really safe and really good to play as with a single healer. Yeah. So now we want to see the skip here, please. What do you think is stronger, Virtuoso or Reaper? I mean, it depends on the game mode, but I would say Reaper in general is the safer pick in PvE as a DPS. Whereas, or depends. It's easier to play than Virtuoso, but Virtuoso is more on the higher end scale, is a little bit better, a little bit. That's my situation. Very good job, Snowdrop. Good job, good job. That's what we like. I would say the only toxic thing about Guild Wars 2 is how casual people are. They put literally no effort into group content and Legion and Xamon. Yeah, I don't want to talk about that every single stream, but I have to mention that because it's so fitting to this comment, yeah? So I think when I make a tier list, for example, or make a video about power creep in Guild Wars 2, and I just give my opinion about that, I think the power creep is getting out of hand and it's a lot of power creep in the game. That's just my take. It's not like an objective truth. Then I got like 50 comments. I'm not joking. 50 comments under my YouTube video about the power creep from people that's saying, I'm only playing open world and I feel like now it's finally, the game is easy for me. Finally, I think the power creep is the only thing that keeps me playing. You are just a stupid content creator that puts too much time in the game. I got offended by so many open world players for saying the power creep is too much. It's insane actually to me. It's crazy. I don't know why people, especially the open world casual people, really want to defend the game from anyone that tries to be a little bit more like on the try harder side. It's crazy. I just want to just say my opinion and people offend me because I'm not as casual as them. It's crazy. It's really crazy. Reaper Saber, which is a higher skill ceiling and range? Yes, exactly. Good summary. Toxic casuals are the scourge of Guild Wars 2. Yeah, I feel like really that's the biggest, the most, let's say, vocal minority, whatever, that is like offending in Reddit and forum and that kind of stuff in the game as well, and in YouTube comments, is like the casual open world community. If you fail Octovine, for example, the one burn, they are really toxic there. That's insane. It's like crazy. Why would you be so toxic just because something takes 2 minutes longer? It's crazy. They're really aggressive sometimes. Obviously, there are like 99.9% of the people are nice, but there are still those loud people that are mean and toxic and don't, let's say, shine a nice light on the game. It's like some bad apples ruin the game for content creators like me, I would say. Really sad. I love Virtuoso, but I'm so squishy and die often with not a lot of healing. How can I fix that? Running your build with Greatsword Spear? Yeah, that could help. But in general, the problem is you're playing a light armor class, so you have less toughness or armor, so you get hit harder. And the problem is that it is very combo focused. So that means that you have to focus on the rotation for the most part. If you don't know the encounter that well yet, or you don't have a good support, that means that you are a little bit lackluster, yeah, in the survivability. So I think the recommendation that I have is just to keep playing it if you enjoy it, and just try to have fun while getting better at it. So learn the rotation at the golem, check out the mechanics of a specific boss fight, if you know every single thing to sidestep the stuff, to dodge it, or if you're going for open world content, just try to play it a little bit safer, not always pushing into 10 enemies at the same time. That is my tip, but other than that, I mean, it's just experience, just getting better at the game, and you will actually notice what your limit is of your build and what's doable and what not. Sakiro's help can help a lot, that's true. But I would say this is like a false, so to say, safety, because you also have to play it correct. You can still get one shot. Sakiro's just helps you healing back up. So if you're solo, that can help very nicely. But if you are in a group, you should not get hit that much that you die, typically. If you do, then you're doing something wrong. So keep that in mind. Always try to learn what your mistakes were. But in the open world, I think Sakiro's could actually be a very good choice. Good point by Eriko. I feel like the problem is that casuals are defending their casual gameplay way more than they need it. You know, I did not offend anybody by saying the game is getting too power crept. I did not offend anybody by that. And people are still offending me for being too hardcore at the game. But why can I not play the game as I wanted to play? That's the part that I don't understand. But I mean, enough of the topic. It's not really getting anywhere. It's just people having different opinions and not really being, I don't know, considerate about it. Yeah, exactly. They flame other people even though they have like no DPS and just don't understand the game that much. You know, flaming people should never be the case, especially if you're crazy good at the game. You should not flame others, because that's not like, flaming never helps anyone. That's the important part. Welcome, Black Magic. Welcome, welcome. Juicy drama. There's always some juicy chaos in the stream. Drama, I wouldn't say that much, to be honest. We just had some crazy fractal runs and just some interesting builds testing, but nothing too crazy in terms of drama, I would say. I've had the same issue in open world. If you have no self-healing, then just get stripped down by random small damage ticks. So I really like Sakiros in the open world. Yeah, Sakiros is a really cool relic. I think it's like completely overpowered. It's one of the most broken relics in the game for open world PvE, because it's like enabling like 50 different builds that you can play. But if that works, I mean, yeah, sure. If that helps, go for it. You know, lose a little bit of DPS for long-term sustain. Perfect. You know, perfect. Thanks, Bashi, for the tier 1. Really appreciate it. Thanks a lot. Thanks for all the follows, by the way. I really appreciate it as well. Thanks for your support. Hopefully you're enjoying the stream. If you say the game is too power crept, wouldn't that make the game harder for casuals if classes are nerfed? I mean, okay, maybe I have to clarify here, Benjamin. My statement is the balancing is too power crept. That means the class is getting too strong at the game, so that I can provide all the boons on Chronomancer while also doing healing, while also doing all mechanics, while also doing CC and that kind of stuff. That is power creep. That's what I mean. The class is getting too strong. Your character gets too strong. And that means that the gap between a good player and a bad player gets bigger, because people getting carried way harder through the content because of the classes. And as soon as they reach a wall, which is, for example, a new challenge mode that has insane one-shots in there, where you have to understand the game better, you get punished for not being someone that actually learned the game, but just getting carried by the build. So that means that you have like 1% of the players that actually want to get better at the game, and 99% of the players that actually don't care about getting better at the game. And then you have this gap, which gets almost never somewhat closer. No one actually gets from the casual community into the hardcore community without actually learning anything from the game itself. That's the problem, in my opinion. That's what I meant here. Yes, the new Fractal CM is actually really good. It's not like insane in terms of the quality, but I think the difficulty scaling is like perfect. It's really good. It has one punishing mechanic. If you do it correctly, it's really easy. If you do it wrong, it's like one shot. That's the mechanic of the fight. But, and that's the cool part, it is 95 cm. So every other cm slowly increases in difficulty, maybe somewhat, but it's at least the easiest cm out there. So it's a really cool stage or staircase to actually get the players into CMs. I liked it a lot. I think it's a really cool fractal. It's not too long. It's fun. I like it. It's not the best one. Don't get me wrong. It's just a nice CM. Yeah. I feel like if you're good at the game, the best thing you can do is encouraging and teach others to help bring the community up. Yeah, that's what I try. I mean, I'm not the best one, not even close in the game, but I try to be. What is happening here? What? This guy didn't die. Lol. So, yeah, I'm decent at the game. That's why I make content about it, build guides about the just encounters, and just encouraging people to try out the game, try getting better at the game, have fun at the game. That's kind of stuff. So that's my goal as a content creator. So I try to make that work. If you have any comments, any tips of how to improve at that, please let me know. I'm always happy to get some feedback there. But yeah, that's currently my goal for sure. Wouldn't play it in instance content though. Losing on that 7 to 10% damage is huge. Yeah, I think the problem is with that the relic slots are very competitive in terms of damage. It's really, especially in power builds, the relics actually hit quite hard. It's really, really strong how good the relics give you more damage. It's a little bit sad. I personally think that's a mistake that they did. They should not have done any relics that are DPS increases. I think relics should have been some kind of support niche things. And then you would have some nice choices like that all the time. But sadly, that's not the case. So there we are now. We're running, if you run Zakiros, you lose like 7 to 10% DPS. Not a good thing. Not a good thing. Can I access the Soto Skyscale Mastery if I get the Skyscale through Path of Fire methods? No. You get the Path of Fire Skyscale, but you can't get the Soto Mastery. So you have to get Soto for getting that. So sadly, that's not possible. So if you want to get the Secrets of the Obscure Flight Training Mastery, I think you have to purchase Secret of the Obscure. But you can unlock the Skystale and stuff, obviously, but you will not get the new masteries there, as far as I know. Let's clean up the inventory and let's see what we can do. No, that's just this one. Can the Soto Skyscale be unlocked for other maps as well? So the Soto Skyscale, as soon as you get it, you can use it on every single map in the game. That is like open world map. Yes. I'm not sure if that's the question, if I understand that correctly, but yes, that's what you can do. So it's a really good thing, obviously, to get. So how we feeling about Heal Tempest after getting Electrocution and Aura Share? So this is obviously for PvE, and I think for PvE it's a really good change. It enables builds that were not being played before, and I think that's good. I'm not sure if it's like broken or anything, but I think it's a very good change. I like it a lot. So I will do a build guide about it very soon, so don't worry. What do we have here? A lot of accessories. No ring. Never play on patch day. A little bit fast phased through the platform in 99 cm. Yeah, I mean, that was interesting. I mean, at least we did it. Good job there. Thanks for joining, Snotop. Wasn't Soto Skystale be Soto maps only? No, you can use it everywhere. You can use it everywhere. That was the most broken. Maybe you're right. Maybe you can only use this. I'm not sure. I have to check, actually. I know that the original Skyscale is used everywhere. I'm not sure if they actually changed it. Sorry, I don't actually know that. Good point. I actually don't know. Because I never have had the game, so to say, without Soto. You know, I always had Soto when the game was coming there. So maybe someone here in chat knows, but I actually don't know the answer to that. Good point. Good point. If you got the Skyscale through POF, you can just level the masteries, though. You don't need to unlock the Skyscale again to get those masteries. Yeah, that's true. But yeah, but you can't access the masteries, I think, if you don't have the Soto expansion. You have to have both expansions to get all the masteries. I think that's how it works. That's how it works, I think. If Tempest got a lag on aura share, won't it work kind of like the World versus World version now? Yes, exactly. That's the plan. But the problem is with the fractal or with the general World versus World thing is that you can't get alacrity in World versus World anymore because they removed that. So it's just PvE, and in PvE it's like, I think it's good, but it's not like absolutely busted. I think it's still Chronomancer's top tier. That's sadly the truth. Which is okay, you know, it's still a good pick, Tempest. Yeah, 99 was insane. This was like, ooh, it felt really bad. You get a lone sky scale from Soto maps. That's true. That is true. That might be true. Yeah, maybe you're right. Maybe you have that to do the POF one. Maybe they want to sell you POF, I guess. That's the whole thing there. Yeah, I think that's also the end of today's stream. I hope you enjoyed it. It was really fun to try out the new stuff, the new Fractal and the new builds. Be sure to check out my YouTube channel. Really good content coming up, I hope at least. New builds and new stuff, new debates, tier lists, of course. So keep an eye out for that. Thanks a lot for watching. Thanks for all your support. Have a good night. Have a good day, wherever you are. And thanks a lot for watching. See you around. Thanks.